Hey, what's up, guys? It's 2 a.m. in the morning, which means, of course, it's time to go live. All right, so we have started officially. The new stream is going to say new Riftbound Unleashed. All right, new Riftbound Unleash, new Tops Pack Split, new. What else is new? Kingler Expedition Break. Let's say Pokemon Expedition Break. Let's say Expedition Slab Break. These all started yesterday, of course, so they're sort of new. But if you weren't here yesterday, then yes, you might not know that we've got all these good things. All right, so we'll jump over here to the feed. Add here. We're going live for Saturday night. All right. There we go. Okay. I had a pretty uneventful day. I did a lot of work today. I did not get the submissions completed, though. I was working on other things. Let's see. What is this? Maybe I better not delete these. Maybe I should read those. Let's grab this. We'll delete this. I don't need this either. Delete that. All right. Let me turn on my iPad. Very good. All right. And let's jump into this right here. Good. Hey, what's up? Compound Dark Knight, Jonathan Lewandowski. Hey, what's up, man? Tammy Lowe's here. Risen Rose, AOG, Marshall Weber. All right. So we got this wonderful product called Riftbound Unleashed. Let's get it. Let's see, Riftbound Unleashed. We're going to add it to the website, Miss Tammy. What do you think of that? Mm-hmm. Let me grab this. All right. How much does a booster box of this cost? We got to find out. Turn this down a little bit. Dad is finally back from getting milk. What? What are you talking about? No, I'm not. I'm still out here getting the milk. How many packs are in these goofy ass boxes? 24 booster packs. It's only some other number, you know? Hit that like button for me, guys. Take a second and hit that like button. I'm going to set up the price on these, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, what did I pay for these? Out of curiosity, let's find out what I paid. So I always look at several pricing points. That's going to be called Unleashed. Oh, so they got a little bit cheaper since when I bought them. That's too bad. Usually it's better when they get more expensive. Let's see this again. Unleashed Riftbound booster box. Let's see. Here we are. Oh yeah, so this cost more back in April, and now it is cheaper today. So I guess that happens when sometimes when you pre-order, it launches and then it ends up being a little bit cheaper. All right, well let's get some damage control on the price here. Divided by 6, divided by 24. All right, it says here we should want to sell them for $7 a pack. Is that what we sell the other one for? Let's see. Let's head over here. One Piece Riftbound. Oh, Spirit Forged is $9.50. Wow. So we're going to say this is 7, and we're going to lower Spirit Forged to $9. There we go. So Spirit Forged is going to become a little bit cheaper just because the new set's a little bit cheaper, and we don't want them cannibalizing each other. So let's head over to products. What's up, guys? We're just setting this up. Hello, sir. The status of my package says it's being sent back. Uh-oh. I was at home on delivery day, but UPS is the biggest scammer company ever. Third time in a row, they're unable to deliver. Uh-oh. That's not good. All right, we're going to type in on... oh, wait, we don't have Unleashed on the website yet, of course. Let's type into Riftbound. All right, so here's Riftbound Spirit Forge. We're going to do a quick edit on it so that we lower the price. We're lowering the price. How's it going, Mr. Waldbeer? That's not good news. So basically what we do in this scenario, we just send it back out. Unfortunately, that requires a new label. So you might end up losing another 40. So that's not good. All right. But I'm happy to send it back out. That's not a problem. So this shall say, oops, Riftbound Unleashed. I'm making the, should we actually add like English as well? Is Riftbound in Japanese at all? Riftbound Japanese. Yeah, I don't mind shipping it back out. That's not a problem. Looks like it's only in English. So we don't have to define it as like English or Japanese. And then what I'll say over here is 24 boosters per box. Okay, so I like to say that. Price is going to be $7. We add this to the description again. And then over here, let's see. Do we have Riftbound as a category? I don't know if it's a category in our menu. Looks like we have to create a new category for it. I've never done that before. All right, I'm going to hit publish. What are those cards? That's League of Legends, baby. So we have all the same cards we had yesterday, but these are extra. We've got more cards now. Woo! Riftbound. We're going to go over to orders now. Riftbound wasn't Chinese first before English, but that was their play test cards. Oh, very interesting. Oh, yeah, here's Chris Gonzalez going nuts yesterday night. He bought a lot of little orders of those Poke Shuffles. Something tells me we might see him again. All right. We want to create a partnership for Vista Create. How about new? All right. Let's see. Address, Robert Kleisch. Please send me tracking. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. When do you think you'll ship it out? That's an easy answer. Monday. Okay, we're going to hit save on that. So there's Mr. Robert Kleisch. He's wanting his Polywag trade boxes. So he did a trade with me for not Polywag, Polytoad. We're going to open up the shipping center again. Riftbound wasn't Chinese. Let's see. How are you guys this weekend? Tell me about your weekend, guys. Karis went and hung out with a friend of hers for her birthday. Not Karis's birthday, her friend's birthday. So I got to stay inside. I basically just cleaned and worked for like half the day. The second half of the day, I just got like exercise and I did like we did what do you call those? Not chores. Just tasks outside of your home. Errands. I think they're called errands. Okay, so there's Robert Kleisch. Let's grab this. All right. There's his email. And the weight of this shipment is probably about, I don't know, 12 ounces maybe. We'll say 14 ounces to be safe. 7 by 4 by 4. All right. Now it's going to say, do you want to set it for tomorrow? Yes, I do. All right. And so now we're just waiting for the label to post. Let's grab his shipment. We'll set these over here. These are all ready to go. We're ready to open some of this new Riftbound product. I'm excited to see what's in there. And we are now revealing the table. Ooh, reveal, reveal, reveal. Welcome, guys, to the Saturday nighttime stream. How are you tonight? I got my Gatorade. I've been drinking Gatorade ever since I started this Wegovy stuff because I think it helps with the headaches a little bit. I ate a carnitas dinner. The pork was kind of bland. You know why the pork was bland? Because pork is always bland. That's why I don't buy it. I never buy bacon's fine, ham is fine, but just like pork chops and stuff, dang, that's a tough meat, man. You are? All right. People love pork belly. They love bacon. But there's no like drumstick for pork. You know what I mean? There's no like chicken wings for pork. I know another product they try to sell. They try to sell like pork chops and pork spare ribs. They're always trying to make pork work, you know, but man, it's a tough little meat in a lot of cases. So the only way to eat pork is to absolutely bomb it. You know, whether it be like some kind of barbecue sauce or some kind of Asian flavor, you have to like marinate it for like a week. And if you just marinate it, and then if you just, you know, if you just cure it, and if you just cover it in sugar, and if you just cover it in salt, it's good. It's so good. You're gonna love it. That is pork. Pork is like a tough meat. There we go. Surprisingly, it's very popular meat though. All right, but yeah, I've had carnitas out here in Lake of the Ozarks. That's exactly the same way. There's like they're very proud of their carnitas, and then you eat it, and you're like, "Holy, this is tough to eat." A whole smoked hog is good. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. Are you saying you don't like pork chops? I grew up eating a lot of pork chops because it was a very cheap meat, especially out here in Missouri. Real cheap. And that's exactly what I'm saying. I hated it. That it was way worse than beef. A juicy medium rare steak defeats pork chops almost every time. The only thing good about pork chops I can say is you can get almost like a browning, a pan fried browning on the pork chop that worked better on the pork chop than it did on the steak. Of course, the way we cooked our steak at home, I don't cook it this way as an adult. We had an unusual way of cooking our steak at home. So we would have all the seasonings and everything on the steak, but it would go in a big flat pan on foil, and then we'd put it right under the broiler because we had this really actually pretty expensive like uh, high end oven. Since we never went out to eat and we cooked almost everything at home, my family actually owned a very good oven and a very good microwave and a very good dishwasher. It's one of the few things in our house that we invested a lot of money into. So we had like this restaurant quality oven, and these big flames would come out of the broiler, and so the steak would be cooked medium rare right under the broiler. It wouldn't be pan fried, and so it was a nice thing. I don't do that as an adult because I know I don't have that level of oven that my family did. They had a really good one. You got to do applesauce and pork chops. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I maybe like pork and beans or something. I don't know. Hey, what's up, guys? Best meat is beef. How are you doing tonight? I'm all right. Hey, mister, did you happen to check in on the Halo consignment order we talked about the other day that finished? Oh, that's one thing I haven't done yet, though. All right, so we still have to do that. The completed consignment. I guess let's take a second to do that. Here, let's, because that one's pending. That's not pending, but let's say we already knew about it yesterday. So step number one, let's head over to the slab away. Slab away. And then this one's going to say late, 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 right? Where's the late, late, late? Is it in the E's or something? Late, late, late. Edwin Delson. PSA 10, Halo Hollow, Tartarus. So, and your name is your Dark Knight, which means your name is. I'm trying to remember your name, Dark Knight. You're a very familiar person, but I recognize the name Dark Knight faster. What's your name again? We had a conversation about your missing Halo cards. Remember that? We had a conversation about you missing Halo cards. Step number one. Let's go and do Brandon Warder. Brandon Warder. Okay, yes, you're Brandon Warder. And if you recall, we thought your card was missing for a long time. We had a whole conversation about it. And then when we realized your cards had sold, what went on with that? Didn't we you were going to accept some kind of fix for that. Remember that? Let's see. Confirm your info to avoid account interruptions. Home address, business address. All right, I'm going to hit submit. All right, very good. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look up Edwin Delsa to confirm it did finish, which it probably did. What is this music that's playing? He shows up in a backup list. He shows up in a backup list. All right, he doesn't show up in my emails, which means that this could be extremely old. Let's try looking up over here. All right, doesn't show up there. Let me go ahead and filter. And what we're going to do is we're going to look up activity, custom, start date. Let's have the start date be a real long time ago, as far back as it's allowed to go. All right, May 2023 is what's allowed. Am I spelling his name wrong? Edwin Del Cid. How is Edwin making payments? Let's just type in Del Cid. You've got money. It's spelled with an E. Spelled with an E. Okay, good. So we figured it out. 100 battle. So let me go back into PayPal here. Edwin Del Cid. I love pork chops. Consignment is a business arrangement where owner consignor places goods with third party the consignee is selling on the behalf. Hey, Six. Hey, what's up? Yes, consignment is where I sell your card for you. It's really nice. Some people really like it. All right. We got his email now. So we're getting closer. We've got Edwin Del Cid's email. Now we can research all of his purchases. SpongeBob pack, battle against SpongeBob, rest of SpongeBob, 2 Pokey Shuffles. Can you burger into SpongeBob? Okay, he likes SpongeBob. Here's Kickstart MetaZoo, Slab away and shipping. It says here on 11/14/25, 259. Edwin Del Cid, $159. It says slab away and shipping. So we're gonna head over here to Edwin Del Cid and kind of look for that. It looks like he had $150 remaining. And so it looks like that was likely that payment. So I'm gonna change this from late to complete. Completed. Okay, so we do know that it's completed now, just like you said. All right, slab away and shipping. Now, talk to me a little more about the nature of what happened here, Mr. Brandon Warder. So you're telling me that the Tartarus was yours, right? Was it the Tartarus? I thought both slabs of it was yours. I thought. I didn't. I thought it was both of them or something. You had two missing slabs over here, and we couldn't figure out what happened to them for a long time. And then we realized they had sold in slab away. They had disappeared. But so the question is, you're saying now much later that also you had never been paid out on that. Is that right? Let me see this. This payment was on 11/25. So this was last year, 2025, that he paid it off. Go ahead and jump over here. Let me look in this bag real fast. Because maybe it was written down. All right, we're looking for an Edwin Del Cid in the store credit bag. Feel free to send in an order, guys. We'll start taking care of your stuff too, okay? If you want to place an order on the new set, or if you want to open up some new Pokemon cards, or if you want to get into a break, we are alive. Oh, we should be looking for. I'm searching for the wrong name. I'm so dumb. All right, let's try this again. We're looking for Brandon. Let's see. Okay, there's a lot of little cards here. Okay. That one almost got me. I found a Brandon Wong, and it's not even money on the card. It's just, here's an Edwin Del Cid store credit card. So the guy we're talking about had a card. All right. I suppose this needs to go in the trash. That's an old Brandon Wong card. That zeroed out. All right. So I can confirm. So I can confirm you don't have a store credit card. There we go. I owned a different Halo card as well, which sold. That one went into slab away. Only the $160 slab was mine. All right. Let me put this back here. And the agreement was for how much? What was the percentage cut of it? So what did we do? We paid you out on the first card, but not this second card. Oh man, I'm coughing already. What the hell? Okay, so the agreement was for 65%. All right. Hydrating. Can I get one live with credit? Yes, you can, Miss Six. All right. Says 138 minus 25, which is 113. 113. Yeah, the first card just sold outright. That one went into Slab away. Here's the part I'm fuzzy about. I thought we had this conversation. I thought we had a conversation where we had discovered what had happened to the second card, but you had received something in exchange for the missing card because for a long time, we thought it was missing. And I thought you received some kind of payment for it already. Wasn't the payment 3 Topps booster packs? Didn't I do that for you? So we couldn't find it for a long time, right? And then when we realized it had gone into Slab away, you had already been paid the 3 booster packs. All right, let's grab this. We are. Pop this over here. I kissed my rat's fat belly. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. There we are. Aha, pillow swine. It was like 1 or 2 Topps booster packs. One cold one, Miss Six. Sorry, Six. I have a memory of that, but I don't remember exactly how it ended. We are. So cold. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Here's a CASHAPP order from Mr. Adam, and he's oh. No, that's that's me paying Adam. That's the gentleman who fixed the door on the house. All right, good. So let me just throw these away, and we're gonna throw this away and delete. Good. And then this says payment received. You've got cash. That's from last night. All right. You put 3 packs into a bag for me to either open or hold to see if you found the other 2 slabs. And I just kept them. Then months later, you found out that Edwin had one of my cards in slab away. Ah, I see. So then what did we do at that point? Did you return the booster packs to me or did you keep the packs? Let's see, because the packs are like over $40 each in value. That's what I remember about them. All right, so we're back into the PayPal queue. There are no orders in the queue. All right, slow Saturday starting then. Let's grab this, probably because we've just been talking about this order. Let's grab this and pop it open. I want to see what it looks like on the inside. So this is the new Riftbound set, everybody. What's the breaks? Yeah, let's go over the breaks too, okay? We're going to go over the breaks. There we go. There we go. Aha. There's the new set. The Break Economist. Put this here. And this shall say 7. Ooh. You then started searching for a store credit card for me and found the store credit for the other slab that you forgot to tell me I've received. You took them back as I was paid out for one and the other was still in slab away. Oh, okay. So you're saying that I already took them back. That's what you're saying. And the other one had not finished being paid out. Is that right? There we go. So we're going to grab this baggie. Good. Boy, it's tough to remember this kind of stuff. This is why we need like receipts, man. It's funny though, because we have so many little things that go on. So this is lowered to $9. Good. Ta-da. All right, let's grab this. And we'll put this over here. That sounds like how it would probably end. Bryce. Give me a second here. That's the part of it that I can't remember. I can't remember if we did that part. Yes, I can go back to find the clip. You messaged me in Discord when you found them. Ah, okay, cool. So there's probably okay, here's your bag. So your bag doesn't have the packs in it. That part's good. But you said I messaged you in Discord. Let's just see real fast. It's good to have this all figured out and remembered. All right. Do 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 do. Ah, there they are. Found your slabs. You know, I asked, so Tartarus is a slab away. The question is, did I hand out store credit to you? So at the time, I was debating if you had already received the store credit for it. So in our messages, I wasn't sure if you'd already been paid for it. Oh man, this is a bad system. I know what happens. You see, back in the day when we first started doing, slab away consignment, back in the day, if a card went into consignment, you were paid out immediately. And then at some point, we swapped it over so that you're not paid immediately. You're paid at the time that the slab finishes. And I don't have a memory if I had done that or not. Let's see. Dang, dude. It's kind of too bad because my brain said that it had been concluded. That's what my brain says, but maybe it's not. All right. Oh man, that's too bad. Yes, I can go back and find the clip. You messaged me on Discord. So that's the last part of it is when we found the slabs, I had not figured out if you had already been paid for the slab away. Do you know what the specific day is? Could look into the day's stream to see if you added to the credit. Oh, that's a very good question. So I think there is a way to sleuth this about. The trick would be to go back into Edwin Delsid's orders and try to find out when exactly he put this in the slab away, which we should have a clue to that. So okay, so here we go. So Edwin Delsid started this in December of 2024. Oh my Jesus, that's a long time ago. So will it even load that? December of 2024. Let's see if we can load that. It won't load that, but let me change the filter. Hold on. We're doing a little bit of internet sleuthing right now, guys. I bet you could actually find the day that he put this away. So let's see. Can it go back that far? That'd be really good if it could. All right, here we go. It does. So let me choose that number. So we're bringing it back to November. And if I load more, let's see how fast I can load it. You paid me out for the other one, and actually a really old payment card for it. This one I never got. He's probably correct because again, it's easier for him to remember things than for me to remember things. Here we are. But I can see in the Discord server I couldn't remember it. All right, so we're going way back in time now. We're in the 2024s. And we have Mr. Edwin Delcid order open. Disney Pack another 5. Attack on Titan. We were selling Attack on Titan back then, guys. Yuck. I remember those cases. We ended up selling those at a loss to get rid of them. Okay, you ready? So, ship me out. Still looking. We're going through his December purchases. He was a busy bee in December. He was buying all kinds of Attack on Titan. Okay, you can kind of tell which orders are not. Wow, dude, he was spending a lot. Here we go. So, oh no, 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 it's very confusing because it looks like what he actually put in the slab away was only the Halo dark gray landscape. He did not put the Tartarus in the slab away till later, so it was added later. Oh, it'll be impossible to find. I will just pay you out, Edwin. You're probably I will just I'm not Edwin, Brandon Water. You're probably correct. It's too bad though because we go. So $84, is that correct? All right. I like to be able to investigate and work things backwards and be able to prove things. It's not a good style of running things otherwise. All right, so 84.5. All right, there it is. Mister, pin the website. Oh, thanks for the tip. Let's pin the website, everybody. All right, website pin in time. Opening this. All right. pasting. Boop. Happy Mother's Day to any mothers in chat. Why, thank you. Yes, it is I, your mother. There we go. How are you? Are you ever going to marry that girl? There we go. I don't know what mothers care about in 2026. There we go. Okay. Good. Grab this. All right. We're getting some fresh sleeves out here, guys. Going all right, slowly healing. All right. Good. There goes. Let me hit refresh on the chat so it actually loads. There it is. All right. Mr. Pin the website. I already did that. There's Mr. Brandon Warder. All right. All the breaks. You guys ready for all the breaks? Here's all the breaks. That's a giveaway. So that's a nice little giveaway, huh? Okay. Here are these guys. Here's the lightning. Here's the pack splits. Here's the trade break. All right, let's have a quick look. You guys ready? We got a lot of breaks. All right, we've got a low and nine tails. The giveaway. This is brand new. So this is Expedition Kingler. It's a nice little card. Here's Oddish, 420 breaks, still going, taking a while. Shining Tyrannitar, he's a big one. This is a worthwhile break. It'll go off eventually. It just takes a while. But, you know, the longer it takes, the more time, the more chances you got to take a shot at one of those jumbo mega packs. Here's Sylveon. I thought the Sylveon would move this weekend, but it is stuck at 5 out of 24. You know, other things have been moving, like the Poke Shuffles, which have always been moving. Here's a little gym break. Now we got 2 pack splits. They're both vintage packs. Jungle and Tops. $28, 7 out of 7. So we got 2 great booster packs running. There you have it. All right. Cool. Lots of stuff going on there. If I win giveaways, going aside my signed Halo Xbox 360. You got a signed Halo Xbox 360? Is that what you just said? Now we have a Pat Gives Venmo penny message. He'd like to buy my consignment Lugia. I'll sell my Lugia a little bit cheaper, he says. All right, so Pat Gibbs has a Lugia. Let's go to the Consignment Slab channel and find out what exactly his Lugia is. I don't see it. Oh, I know what it is. It's going to be that one Lugia, isn't it? It's going to be the Topps Lugia. I don't even see it here. Where is it? It's the Topps Lugia, right? Ah, there he is. For $120. So I don't know if Pat Gibbs is watching, but unfortunately, I don't really need that card because I have a bunch of those Topps cards and I've got them listed myself. So there could be a price where I would definitely be a buyer, but it would be a really tough price, unfortunately, because that one is especially hard to move. Like, let's talk about the details. It's a PSA 8 and it's over $100. I mean, it's just so hard to move cards like that. So what you could do is you could put it into auction and then it will go sell for $15 in auction. That's what'll happen. I know this because I actually just recently did that for somebody from the vault. They had a Topps card, the exact same set, exact same top set, and it was very similar to yours. It was a holographic Topps card, and they put it in auction, and it sold for like $17, virtually nothing. So it's very curious how auction is not a great way to sell. But yeah, I mean, so you could place it onto eBay as buy now. You could place it onto eBay as auction. Those are both ways to sell a card fast. eBay's powerful. All right, let's jump over here. Miss Six sent a penny message. I'm getting penny messages. YouTube didn't notify you. Who else didn't get a notification? No notification? Six says, Unassended Hero, Phantasmal Flame, Mega Evolution, $47 store credit. You got it, Miss Six. All right, we got an order. All hail Six, the savior of the stream, because we're a little bit into the stream and we're not opening anything. So I like to have something to do. Let's go grab that Ascended Heroes. Stream starts too slow and I start to get twitchy. I started to go, hey man, you got any more of those Pokemons? All right. All right. Very good. All right. I was cleaning my receiving area today. Boy, what a job. I also was gathering up all my poker decks. That was another thing I was doing, getting them into one consolidated space. Holy Jesus, I own a lot of poker decks. But people don't understand how expensive it is. I posted a short of it. Did you guys watch that short? So I posted a short of it, and it's a lot more expensive than it looks. So it looks like just this big, messy box of little poker decks. But you got to understand, those poker decks cost me like $1,000 per box on average. They were really expensive. Now, a couple of them were cheaper, but I mean, you saw what was in there. There was like Pokemon Stadium Charizard. I had like 7 of those in there. Those are all $1,000. Pokemon Leaf Green, those are $1,000. The standard red, green, blue, yellow decks, those are $1,000. Some of them are more than 1,000. Like I paid $2,000 for the latest yellow poker set. So when you see that box and you see like, 6 yellow poker sets in it, you're looking at $12,000 of poker sets before they get graded, of course. But let me show you this. I'll just show you. You got to see how expensive this is because it's absolutely nuts. Look at this one. So this one right here was 1,100. And then where's my yellow deck? I bought a yellow deck very recently. I buy a lot, so you have to scroll through a lot of stuff. Where is yellow deck? Jesus. All right, let me do a search. I'm gonna have to search it. I just buy so much. All right, here it is. So back up here, it says I got the latest yellow deck for $2,068. Whew, that was back in March. That's a lot of money, man. All right, I'm gonna put this away now. Enough of this. All right. Well, we're 34 minutes into the stream. We just started, guys. We're ready to have some fun tonight. One mega evolution. All right. Now you had already. Oh, that's temporal forces. What shall we do with this temporal forces? Let's have fun with this temporal. I'm gonna put this stellar crown back in the stellar crown box, and I'm gonna stuff this temporal forces into this baggie. So this baggie now has a booster pack in it that we don't normally sell. All right. Good. Now, but you needed a mega evolution, right? That's the one. Mega evolution. Oh yes. Woohoo! All right, Miss Six. Oh, Miss Sarah, you remind me of something. So we need to update the price of an XY product called Breakpoint. No, Breakthrough. Breakpoint's only 80. That doesn't make sense. So wait. Wait. The Breakpoint's way off. It says $80. No wonder you were buying it. That's way off. I thought it was $130, and we need to update it to 160. So hold on. XY Breakpoint booster box. Before you place an order for Breakpoint, sorry, Six. All right, give me a second here. Before an order gets placed, $80 is way off. That's an old price. All right, so this is going to move up to a different price. Maybe I must have been thinking of Breakthrough. So this is going to go to $111. Breakpoint will. We'll just do 110. Keep it simple. All right, we'll hit save on that. What else is looking crazy on this menu? So Roaring Skies 155, Primal Clash 130. That's probably correct. Breakpoint 110, Breakthrough 125. That's probably not right. Fates Collide for $80. That doesn't sound right either. Some of these old XY sets are absolutely exploding in price. They still are, I'm on vacation, just so you know that I didn't quit. You're on vacation, and you didn't ask me to go. I want to go on vacation. Where's my vacation? Man, I never get vacation. All right, so it's going to be the same thing over here. So you're going to see a jump on the price of Fates Collide. There it is. So Breakpoint and Fates Collide shall undergo a quick price change. I realized I wasn't keeping up with the XY products. I was watching a video today actually, and the video was talking about the last sold on some of the XY booster boxes, and I was like, holy smokes. I couldn't believe it. All right. Always my order, he gets distracted. I probably get distracted on a lot of orders, to tell you the truth. There's so much to do. All right, Fates Collide is the other one that needs an update. Whoa, is it not in the website? Is Fates Collide not in the website? Whoa, maybe Fates Collide was never in the website. All right, so now we know we need to add Fates Collide to the menu. So Fates Collide's not even on the website. Is that right? Okay, good. So now we know we have more work to do. All right, back to 6. Back to 6. MS6. Let's get these added up real fast so that I can remove them from your store credit. You ready? So Mega Evolution is 12. Well, let's start with the Ascended Heroes. They're 18.5 times 3 plus 12 plus, what's the last one? Is Phantasmal? Where's Phantasmal? 16.5. Oops. Gosh dang it. 18.5 times 3 plus 12 plus 16.5 minus 113. It equals 29 remaining dollars. 29. All right. There it is. I already won. Oh, not 3. Oh, you got it. 6. That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say. That's interesting. How did I end up with 3? All right. Minus 113. $66 remains. Here you go. 6. Look at that. You've got $66 left. So that's kind of spooky. Oh, Lord, mister. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. I was trying to sneaker in those extra 2 packs. Ready? Snipping this. And snipping this. And snipping this. Oh, yeah. What do we got? We have Team Rocket Duck Drill. Okay. Once she's had the Duck Trio, she can't return to the Diglett at home. Hollow, 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 and Electrike. Oh, yes. All hollows. Ta-da! What do you think of that, 6? It's kind of a long shot order a little bit, one of each. Listen, we can't all be Sarah squeaking loud. Let me have a sip of this drink. Oh, yes. I got my steps in today. I walked for like an hour in the park. God, it was boring, guys. It was so boring. I was thinking the whole time I should just bring you guys with me or something. It's really boring. Here's Tyler Franson, 2 Spirit Boar. You want the Spirit Forged? You got it. All right, that's the older set. Here they are. That's interesting that these are selling and not the new one, the Unleashed one. These 2. All right, good. Mr. Tyler. Oh, Tyler. Sweet, sweet Tyler. Tyler, I'm surprised you bought this one and not the new one. Tell me about Spirit Forge. Why is it so good? That hollow? I almost can't tell if that's hollow. That's so weird. Very lightly hollow. Ooh. You got the order rune. I asked if walking streams were going to be a thing again. You should. Yeah, it's like I was just walking. It was so boring. That's why I don't get my steps in. Because like if you're just walking and not doing anything. Like Karis didn't do the walk with me. She stayed home. She relaxed. So I went walking by myself, and I'm just walking. First 20 minutes is okay. Next 20 minutes is like boring. Last 20 minutes, and I'm like sweating it up, and I'm getting tired. You can feel the pain. I'm not distracted by anything, and I'm just bored, dude. Just spending an hour walking in like a big circle. It's just like Jesus, dude. Here's Tyler. That's why I'm always surprised by people who can like go to the gym and work out for like an hour in the gym. Like it's like you're just sitting there repetitively moving your arm or your leg or whatever it is. And it's just like, this is not meant for humans, right? This is like all the toil that you used to do 100 years ago on like a farm without any of the reward. At least when you worked on a farm, Mr. Tyler, this bag's about to expire. It says 625. You need to get this shipped or a $5 update for it. This is a real big one, okay? So this one needs to be shipped or a $5 update. I don't want it to get a year old, okay? Don't let it do that. Put that there. But yeah, so back when you toiled on a farm and your arms were tired and your legs were tired, at least it was like semi interesting, right? Like you got to see the fruit of your labor. There's no fruit of your labor for just like walking in a circle for an hour to get whatever, like 10,000 steps or however many I got. I probably got more like 6,000 or something. But it's like there's no, other than not dying sooner or maybe losing a bit of weight. It's so boring, dude. Like I was bored to tears. And went around that circle thinking about that the whole time. I was like, wow, how does anyone force themselves to do this? Maybe I need to have like a setup where while I'm walking, some machine is doom scrolling for me. I clipped that. I posted that clip in our Discord server and in the announcements channel of that one guy talking about how there's really nothing else to do in life other than doom scroll. And it was so weird how much I was agreeing with them. I'm like, man, there really is nothing else, is there? Here's South Park Mecha Streisand. Here's this Gengar for 12 bucks. Those are some cheap slabs. The reward is you get to possibly live longer. Yeah, that's the craziest part. You hit it right on the head right there. You said possibly. I don't even know if I'm definitely going to live longer from this. It just seems like the science suggests that you will. That doesn't mean I'm not going to die from a bowling ball falls on my head or some guy breaks in my house and shoots me for my Pokemon cards or I get in a car crash or I get cancer anyways. There's people who work out all the time. They still get cancer, right? And then there's some guy who's he's not the healthiest looking guy and he gets to live forever apparently. Like look at Donald Trump. He's not especially healthy, I think. He was kind of pretty fat when he started and he's still sticking around. He's in his 80s, right? And so I think some of it's just DNA. It's just genetics. Some people get good DNA and they don't get sick as fast. I think that's part of how it works. But like, so I'm walking around in a circle. And I want to cut my head off because I'm so bored, and it's all for the greater good or something like that. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's killing me. Website updated. Woo! All right, let me grab this. Here's Tyler Franson and Tyler Franson. What about you guys? Have you guys experienced this with walking for an hour, working out for 30 minutes, or whatever? I watched that TikTok video you put out in Discord. I agree. Oh, you talking about with the pokers? Yeah, true DNA and environmental factors plays a role too. Yeah, speaking of environmental factors, we were learning a little bit about those strawberries lately, huh? You guys heard all that information about the strawberries that they've been sharing? Tyler Franson. I was at Walmart today and I ended up buying, get this, organic mangoes. Wow. Something I would have never considered buying in the past because I never really cared that much about organic. I was too poor. Most of my life I was poor. So who cares about organic? But I was thinking about those strawberries and the rate of cancer around the strawberry fields being like whatever 200% higher or some crap like that. And I was just thinking, I was like, man, I actually don't want to eat a bunch of pesticides. I was like, that does sound kind of stupid to just eat pesticides, doesn't it? So tonight I had a lovely mango, and guess what? It was pretty good. It wasn't like rotten, it wasn't mushy. They were just like standard mangoes, but they cost an extra dollar. I was like, hmm, computer. I've learned to work out in my home for 10 minutes. I don't know if 10 minutes really counts. 10 minutes. I mean, maybe if it's like super intense, but I think workout's got to be longer than 10 minutes, right? All right, there we go. I mean, it's better than 0 minutes, though. So you can make that argument. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. We got you all set up. Might as well get it. Oh. He sent me $9 and I assumed he was buying shipping. All right, he was not buying shipping. Let me go back and cancel that label. He's buying another pack of the Spirit Forged. My bad, dude. It looked exactly like a shipping order from here. And then when I clicked on it, it said another pack of Spirit Forged. So give me a second. I mentioned that you need to get shipping on your bag because your bag expires next month. I'm going to hit refund. Okay, we're deleting that label. It's so funny. It looks exactly like the label order, but it was not. All right. That's ripped, so we don't use it by accident. Here are your bags. Did anyone else order the Spirit Forged ahead of you? I noticed you're not opening the Unleashed, but you're opening the Spirit Forged. Is the Spirit Forged a much better set, would you say? I like to know this stuff. Here we are. All right. 3 minutes on curls, 3 minutes on press, 3 minutes on flies, and you're done. You are. Okay. Very good. I'll get shipping on it next week. Woo! All right, sounds good, man. Here's Recurve Bow, Heart of Ice, Ezreal. Ooh. Next day, do a different area. Very good. What workout do I do to make my Pokemon card collection bigger? Computer. Let's grab this. Oh. Anyway, so those were the things on my mind. Yeah, if I was working on a farm and I was getting all that exercise working on a farm, at least you'd be like making money working on a farm. Maybe I need a farm. There is a Soraka card I want in Spirit Forge. Wallet exercise known as Job helps increase Pokemon size. Yes. All right. What's the one we have? It's called Spirit Forged. TCG. Let's see. This sold really well when we first got it too, which was interesting. Now, Spirit Forge is fine too. The price on it's fine. All right. So who's next? We have an order for Mr. Isaac Thomas, 10 Poke Shuffles, 2 live customs. Whoa! Isaac Thomas going deep. Microplastics is a huge problem. Netflix documentary had like 20 couples that struggle with infertility. That's scary, man. I didn't grow up with a bunch of plastic, but we do now. Everything's plastic now. That's scary. 1, 2. Yeah, something we're addressing. I heard it's endocrine disrupting, and they suspect it's causing potentially colon cancer as well, because they're trying to figure out colon cancer, which is on the rise. Ooh, melodic on the rise in young adults. I think it's time to put that Ivysaur into the Poke Live Customs, don't you guys think? All right, so there's melodic. What's melodic even going to be? 039 melodic. Is it this one? No, this doesn't even belong in here, right? This almost certainly belongs in the other box. Hold on, wait a second. I'm holding the wrong box. That's what's going on. The boxes got shifted down. All right, there we go. Wallet exercise is known as a job. I wonder if I can work out and make money at the same time. How do I do that, guys? Somebody solve that for me. I'll give you all the Pokemons you want. Help me figure that out. How do I make money and get exercise at the same time? Here we are. Milotic. Darkness of Balls. Wow. So that's Darkness Ablaze Reverse Hollow Melodic. Now, back in the day, this probably wasn't really thought of as a valuable card very much. Of course, it would have been hard to grade it back then, too. But here we are in the future, and this is all of a sudden a card from 2020. This is actually a 6-year-old card, soon to be 7 years old. And Melodic is serious business. People really like Melodic. So what are we thinking on this one, Mr. Isaac? Is this a hold or is it a reroll? That's English reverse hollow card from 6 years ago. Is it really worth $100? It's crazy because I think you get some cards today that are worth $100 and they're reverse hollows. That's my perspective. So actually, I think it might be underpriced. These are hard to come by. I know they are because I'm going through some old hollows even as we speak. Instead of sitting down doing cards, use like a bicycle chair. I'll use a sticky chair. Let's see. Is Isaac here? So while Isaac's trying to make a decision on Melodic, let's take a look at his Poke Shuffles, okay? All right. Set that there. So, that's a keep or a reroll? Now, Mr. Isaac Thomas, 10 pokey shuffles. Good luck. Ooh, looks like we could add some more cards into the pokey shuffles too. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, bonus card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, Gengar T9. That's not good. I think that's a loss on the Gengar. Oops, let's go back over here. So the melodic is good. The Gengar is perhaps bad. Oh, I did it again. So this is the Waifu Shuffle. I bring these boxes back into alignment here. There we go. They're all kind of shifted there. Gengar 9. Ah, I don't know if Ivan's here. So if Ivan it doesn't ask for a reroll soon, I just assume he wants them. We can't assume that he wants to reroll them, obviously. So that is a probably underpriced trick or trade Gengar, considering the 10 sells for $250. 25 probably should be 40. And then here's a lovely melodic Darkness Ablaze reverse hollow, which I suspect is underpriced as well. All right, so I don't know if he's here. He might have stepped away. Let's go ahead and add him up. To be honest, if you're getting bored with the walk, get a treadmill and listen to music. Now you can listen to music while walking. I had my I had my iPhone with me, so I wasn't fine on the music. It is. Maybe you're right about watching a movie, but I'm not going to enjoy the movie while I'm walking. But I also don't enjoy movies, anyways. I'm not a movie enjoyer. Hard to get me to watch a movie ever. It is. So if you told me, hey, you get to walk and watch a movie, I'd be like, so what? Oh, watch a movie. You didn't mention that. I'm in. You son of a bitch. All right. Get a treadmill, catch up on shows like The Boys. Here's Ivysaur. I don't know if there's an easy trick. I'd probably doom scroll while walking on the treadmill. Now, I really like this card. I have two options. I can send it up to 75 or down to 50. It might not be pulled for a long time. I'm going to roll it up to 70. All right. Because sometimes cards get more expensive as time goes by. We are. All right. Besides, it gives them an extra reroll spot anyways, if they do pull it. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Going in. Poker Ivysaur. It's a nice card. You guys had a chance to buy it. Now it's disappearing. This is happening to a lot of cards. We're going to say Queen of Clubs, Ivysaur, P10. There goes. I want a treadmill. Where's my treadmill? Where's my treadmill? 1, 2, 3. That's 100, 125, 150, 175. All right. Whoa, look at us. We got a whopping 44 people here. Busy as hell, huh? Not a lot of viewers. I wonder if YouTube's not notifying people that we're live. But it's been, it hasn't been too crazy the last month or so view-wise either. Anyways, let's see, what do we got here? Mega Tyranitar, the Discord. I wanted to mention, guys, second YouTube channel. You can subscribe here if you want to get a notification on what's being added to the menu for the night. I like to do tiny little update videos. So you can scan that if you want to join that second YouTube channel. Now, we have an order from Miss Sarah Dusenberry, 2 live customs, 10 Pokey Shuffles, 2 spots in the Pokey Tops Pokey Split. You got it. All right. Tops Pokey Split is on its way. So 1 and 2. What is a reroll? Reroll means you don't want that slab and you want to re-roll it for a different slab. So what I do is I buy it back from you for about 90% of its value. I say about because it's like roughly. And then you get to use that money to immediately pull more Pokey Shuffles or pull more live customs. Sometimes it ends well. Sometimes you get unlucky and the reroll turns into nothing. All right. 2 people ordering 2 live customs and 10 Poke Shuffles in a row. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but man, I think when people don't know what they want, or like when they're looking for value, they find that value in the Poke Shuffles and in the live customs. And people just really like those. All right, what we got here? We get the expensive booster pack. The Roaring Skies booster pack. So it says Roaring Skies. In my mind, it really means booster pack number 2. So here you go. We're going to reuse this baggie so we don't add any more plastic to the ocean for as long as we can avoid it. So you're in there. We need 5 more people in here, guys. $28 to join. We need 5 more peoples, and the vintage tops pack will go off. Now you need 2 live customs, 10 Poke Shuffles. You ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2. Oh. I think what we should do is we should put a Pokemon booster pack on a fishing pole, and that fishing pole can go on like a hat for me, and then I'll like walk like a zombie toward the Pokemon card. Oh, there we go. Miles Morales. All right. So that's going to be a Magic the Gathering pole. Popping this back in here. You finally get something, and it's Spider-Man. Shake my head. I was going to say that. Just get a Pokemon card, like kind of like a carrot on a stick, but it'll be a Pokemon card on a stick. All right. So I know what this card is. I think it's graded 10, right? You might want to re-roll it if you're not a Spider-Man fan. If you are a Spider-Man fan, we'll let you have a look at it and see if you like it. That's like, it appears to be one of the very few non-Pokemon slabs in here. Here it is. So it's $150 value. Your reroll would be for 5 spots. It's called Ultimate Spooderman. It is. So there it is. That's a mythic rare holographic, and it's a double-sided card too. It is. All right. I don't know if 150 is low or too expensive for this card. I haven't looked up its price in a while. Actually, it hasn't been pulled in a while. That Gengar for 250, man. I'd have put that into the live customs, but wow, it's just really hard to believe it's 250 now. It is cool, but re-roll it. All right, re-roll time. He shall be 125. Okay. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Do 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 Scooby Dooby Dooby Dum. Got this music playing, so you guys still can't hear the music, probably, huh? Take a second and smash that like button for me, guys. Happy Saturday night. How are you guys tonight? Who had a good weekend? All right. Back he goes. See a Spooderman. I think this is going to be a well-deserved 5 spots, if you ask me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe a double hit? Let's find out. Because heaven knows you've removed a couple of these cold ones from the box over time, haven't you? Got 1, 2, 3. Double hit, maybe? 4. Double hit, maybe? Not a double hit. All right. It's interesting. Find out what that is. Maybe it's a big, expensive one. It's 5 Waifu Shuffles. Wow, dude. Well, it's still $100 value. And hey, maybe you pull a really good Waifu Shuffle. Like there was Acerola in the Waifu Shuffles, right? So there's a little bit of everything in there for you. In fact, you don't have to pull the Acerola. Maybe you just pull something worth re-rolling that gives you the Acerola. So that's $100, right? So we need 4. All right. All right. So it's not over yet. You might still have a good round coming in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we put packs like that in here to keep it all moving, right? None of it ever gets stagnant. That's the trick, right? let's grab this. It's set 5, right? So that's $100. Good luck, Sarah. Your turn's taking a while, so at least that part's fun. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5. Let's see what it is. Porsche. One card, Porsche. All right. Oops. Porsche. What's Porsche? I don't think this one's Porsche. Janice, Grozny, Kearsarge, Laplace. Boy, if I go through this enough, I'm going to have it all memorized. Here it is, Porsche. OP07 Altart from 2024. How did so much time go by? All right. Ultimately, you spent $50 in the live customs, and now you have a card that's probably in that area. So, Sarah Dusenberry, there is a rule. If the card doesn't have a price tag on it, I cannot re-roll it. So that's a rule that eventually we won't need that rule. But the problem is, this was put into the box so long ago, there were no re-rolls yet. That's what happened. And so we don't know what price it went in for, and we don't know what to re-roll it for. That's the problem with this one. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and write your name up on it. It's a nice little card, at least. Oops. All right. That is an old one. Went in on, look at it, 1124. What the? How long has that been rotating in the Waifu Shuffle box? That must have been shuffling forever, man. Add it to the collection. Put that in there. We should put Professor Oak in the Waifu box. That'd be funny. Like a fox in the henhouse situation. 10 Poke Shuffles. All right, 10 Poke Shuffles is the last part of your order. Here goes. People love the Poke Shuffles. There's no question about it. A 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No! I don't know what it is, Sarah, but you get beat up sometimes in these Poke Shuffles and live customs. I swear to God. No, but you've also had pretty crazy luck in there, too. I know you had. You had like one round that was like a crazy ass jackpot that just kept giving and giving and giving and giving. So let's think about it for a second. So you did get a Miles Morales that was supposed to be 150 in the live customs, but that re-rolled into Porsche, which I think that's a downgrade. I don't know what the Porsche is worth, but I bet the Porsche is probably worth in the $50 range. And then this box ended up being cold. Damn it! It's very interesting. Let's grab some cards here. What we got here? Meow. Kind of cute. Ooh, I like this. See this Lucario shiny rare? Lucario shiny rare. How much is shipping for 2 slabs? $7? So Mr. Crazy. It's supposed to be $9. So sometimes we get a new guy in here who doesn't know the shipping rules, and I do a little lower price for shipping for him because I don't want him to leave. But shipping is $9 because we use nice quality equipment. I'm sorry, shipping materials. And Miss Alexa's is paid generously to do a very good job on the shipping. So she gets paid like $25 an hour to do that shipping. So for that reason, the shipping's just a couple extra dollars. Think of it like paying for, the assurance that your card doesn't blow up in the mail. But here it is, Lucario. Some people just use it like a cheap bubble wrap. I'm not bubble wrap, bubble mailer. Happens all the time. I got a slab right now in a bubble mailer. And that saves money, but it's like, it saves like $1 on the shipping material, but it's like, it's not good for the card inside. Like, what if the card gets scratched or dinged or smashed? So we avoid all that. Here's Lucario. Lucario. Let's see. He's going up in here. Porsche's cool for sure. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually don't know anything about Porsche, so I'm not a good judge on the value of that card. I don't know anything about her. I put her in that box a long time ago. Long time ago, apparently, November of 2024. And that card has eluded being grabbed all this time. The Porsche's like $60 to $70. Oh, hell yeah. All right. That's good. Kind of figures she might be a little more expensive just because she's gotten so old. The card has gotten old enough that it's starting to maybe cost a little more. So that's good to hear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, there we go. We got a couple cards there, a little bit better than just the commons in there. Needed to do that. Lucario, helping me fill up the live custom box. He's a nice pull, huh? $200 pull. What's the next order? We have an order from Brandon Warder. Use the store credit from the Cyberway. 3 spots in the Sylveon break, a 151 surprise box, and the rest is a tip for going through the effort to find that Cyberway. Oh, you don't got to tip me for that. That was more like for me than for you. That was me making sure that I didn't already give it to you. Here we are. You're just getting what's owed, but I'll take the tip anyways. I mean, as long as we don't have to tell my wife about it. All right, so here's this one surprise box. Let's start there. Mr. Brandon. Ready? Here's a 151 surprise box, one whole box. You know what can come out of here, guys? Obviously, what comes out of here is Pikachu Gengar, and he's going to pull it right now. Somebody tell me what Pikachu Gengar 10's going for now. It's going for a lot, right? There's a giveaway for tonight, by the way. I'm probably just going to hand this out no matter what the likes are. So here it is. This is for you guys in the nighttime stream, all right? So stick around. We'll start this soon. Help me out by smashing the like button. I don't think we're going to hit 40 likes. We only have 40 people in here. So our stream is just missing a bunch of people, it feels like. There's just not that many people in here tonight. We are? All right, let's get it. Brandon Warder. I don't know. We are too much competition on Saturdays, or YouTube has decided not to advertise us or something, or maybe our title was League of Legends not exciting enough for people. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should have said free Pokemon cards in the title. Or opening up nothing but vintage all night. Opening up thousands of ascended heroes all night. So you never know when a title is going to do good or bad, but we got this new product and I thought maybe that would excite people, but it might be the case that nobody cares because nobody's opened any, by the way. All right, so we'll throw this away. Thank you for the tip, Mr. Brandon. Let's see what we got. I got extremely lowballed for cards on Fav. I'm sorry. You got lowballed? I'm sorry, bro. Not the same as high vagina, huh? Instead, you got lowballed. Ooh, Machop Master Ball. Ooh. All right, you got a little Master Ball in yours. That makes your box a little hotter than usual. You know, the Master Balls only show up like every 5 to 6 boxes, I want to say. Here's Caterpie. The real win is if you also get an alt card in a box. So that's a powerful combo. There's low balling and high vagina-ing. Here's Aerodactyl. Jump through Gengar to 10 is like 550. Oh, yeah. Look at that crazy looking Alakazam. You know, for the Chinese version, they textured him differently. Look. Zoom in here. See all that? It's all wavy and crazy. So they decided to texture it differently for Chinese. It looks different from the Japanese version. All right. We got Nidoran. So we're not expecting any more hits in here now. Keep the hollows. Why, thank you very much. That's what we'll do. More trees. Kabutops. Butt free. I tell you what, we'll put you in the giveaway slot for that. We do that now. If you donate like a round of hollows like that, we put you automatically into the giveaway. So if you ever wanted to be in a giveaway, one like that one, donate some hollows. We'll get you in there. All right. Cool. Chinese 151s. Let's see, number 13. Brandon Warder. I know why I feel so lonely in the stream, though. You know why I feel so lonely, guys? Because Ivan Rodriguez isn't here. What happened to Ivan Rodriguez? We have to know. 3 spots in the Sylveon break. So the Sylveon break. think he abandoned us. Oops. Here it is. Oh, what do you do with all the bulk? There's a gentleman who has purchased like 40 bulk boxes from me. So I just pack them up and send it off to him right now. He's really got me questioning if I underpriced them. Brandon Warder. Yeah, I was like, why'd you buy so many? So right now I'm like 10 deep into that. I got 40 to go. I mean, we generate bulk, but we don't generate 50 boxes of bulk. So that'll take us like 6 months or something. I don't know how long that's going to take. Take a sip of water. All right, I'm out of water. I ran out. I drank all my water. So there we go. Look at that. Evolving Sky Sylveon, everybody. Really good card. Ah. He's taking a triple shot. That is indeed a very good card. Grab this. Go get some then. Yeah, I probably should. I really hope Ivan's doing okay. I know his medication was messing with him. Yeah, I feel the same way. Oops. WTF, the Pikachu Gengar and a PSA 10 is 3,100. Yep. Okay. Good. Konnichiwa. Whoa, 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 Mr. Alakazam. 151 surprise box, 3 spots in the Sylveon, and the rest of the tip. All right, so let me grab your bag. Good luck on that Sylveon, man. I think you have the largest holding in there, the largest shot. What is your odds? You got 3 and 24. Quite a bit better than 1 and 24, I guess. Is he reselling them? That's my suspicion because he tells me that he's a man with. So I've been selling those boxes to him for a long time, and he just orders a couple here and there, and he tells me he's an individual with autism and that he likes to just kind of sort the cards. He says he likes to sort them, but I don't know exactly what he does with them. And I know a lot of them are quite junky. Like, he, for example, he's acquired like worthless Weiss cards from me, worthless, like Final Fantasy books, not very expensive. He never complains about what he gets, virtually ever. He just never complains. He's gotten a lot of Korean Pokemon bulk. He doesn't care. Like a whole box could be strictly Korean Pokemon bulk. He doesn't care what it is. So he's a pretty ideal buyer. And just recently, he said, I'm going to take 50 of these. And he just sent me a big chunk of money. I was like, all right. And so now I'm packing up 50 boxes of it for him. And I'm actually pretty short on bulk now. So yeah, I guess. He probably has a little shop or website where he sells bulk for a small profit. That's actually my theory is that it's most likely because of the size of the order that he's taking these and he is sorting them very carefully and reselling them on TCG Player or something like that. I don't know. But, it's got me questioning if maybe selling the book this way is not a good idea or something. I don't know. Or a vending machine. Yeah, something. He probably puts it on TCG Player. That's what I do. I buy bulk on eBay and sell it. Yes, and again, it's got me questioning if my price was virtually too low. Well, let's see what's going on now, shall we? With our contestants. Here's Eddie Morales. He says 5 of the Ninja Spinner packs. I need a new bag. Oh yes, our bestie, Mr. Eddie Morales. What's up, man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Hey, there's some people. We got 58 people in here now. Mr. sold the bulk in bulk. Yes, yes. And so it's a lot of work putting the bulk boxes together. I wish I could make Alexis do it actually. Um I'm concerned I'm concerned about leaving her in charge of it. There we go. Because they're actually kind of tricky. They bust open with shipping. Oh, look at that. There's the Mega Greninja SR. I thought you were going to pull the Altart for a second there. When I saw the Froakie, I was like, whoa. Oh, good deal. And the Ampharos, too. Look at that, Eddie. That's a good start. All right. I'll put this guy in the sleeve just for the fun of it. All right, there we go. A good start. There you go. A simple chore. All right. I got some of your book boxes. They're awesome. They used to be a lot cheaper back then. They have slowly gone up in price because of the demand that this guy created. And I told him, I said, hey, I can't keep up with you. And I said, so I'm raising the price. And so he's like, okay. And then I raised the price on eBay too. And then they sold a little bit on eBay. So I raised the price on him again, and then raised the price again, raised the price again. So the bulk actually reached kind of a high price at some point. And I don't know what to think of it, but he just likes to buy it and he never complains. I remember the old bulk piles that used to fall over sometimes. Man, that was a really long time ago. We still got bulk that falls over. Here's Eddie Morales. We don't generate as much bulk these days. Did you know that? We don't generate as much. And the reason for that is because a lot of our orders are just like live customs or pokey shuffles or the Sylveon break, which is, by the way, 8 out of 24 now, everybody. 8 out of 24, getting closer. All right, so let's stop and add Fates Collide to the menu now. You ready? So let's type in XY. Well, let's check Fates in general. Hold on. Okay, so still not on the menu. And so let's go look at Breakpoint real fast just to see how it's formatted. English Pokemon XY Breakpoint. All right, so that's the way we formatted it, I guess. Come on now. English Pokemon XY Fates Collide. And we're going to set the price to $110. And then we're going to add it to Pokemon English. All right, and publish. There it is. So Fates Collide has been added to the website. Very good. Found a product that wasn't on the website. Don't you just throw the book into a large priority box? It's a little different. We don't do priority shipping anymore on them because it was kind of like a stupid idea. It always was. So now we do bulk shipping, which saves a little bit of money on the shipping. All right, we have Mr. Chris Gonzalez. He's back. He says, give me one Pokey Shuffle. Chris, I don't know if I can let you do that, Chris. Just one? Chris, we all know you want to buy 10 of them. Come on, Chris. All right. I didn't know if you did not hear you, but did you get my cash out for Cyber Wayne shipping? 1, 2, 3. I did not see that. So we're going to go back and take a look for that. Boop. One cold one, Mr. Chris. All right. Crazy. You said it was a Cash App? Oh, look at that. I click on the Cash App email chain and it just pops up when I do that. That's so funny. $20 to Cyberweight, $9 shipping. All right. You got it. You have a Tag 10 Sylveon from December. Good. Let's go find it. Ah, nice. All right. Collecting an intensive organization, categorization behavior is very common in high functioning autism. Yeah. Imagine he actually is a guy with autism who just loves all the bulk cards. Whoa. That seems kind of underpriced. Is this underpriced at 180? That's definitely underpriced, isn't it? Wow, can't believe we are now in May, which means this was almost due. All right. Let me go ahead and end this. Boom. Leon Sugarfoot has a Topps Chrome checklist that's pretty late. Rhode Island 401 is my area code. There was a slab I bought a while back. I can't remember what it was. All right, cool. Mr. Kyle. All right, Kyle. We've shipped to you before. I assume you have not moved. All right. Oh no, it's 401k, but in cards. Kyle, did you have a bag? Let me know if you had a bag, Mr. Kyle, or was it just the 2 slabs? Start looking for the bag immediately. Kendo Palor, Kevin, KKJ, Kevin, Caleb, Caleb Ibarra. Caleb Ibarra has a bag on the table. We need to move this over to his boxes ASAP because Caleb hasn't ordered in a super long time. So these don't need to be on the table at all. Oops. He hasn't ordered in like a year. I don't even know if he's still okay. Caden Wolf. Look at this. 124, 324. That's long enough. That's 2 years old. So those guys were just chilling out in the K box, stealing all the space in there. Yeah, poor Caleb. I don't know. Do you guys remember Caleb? He used to go deep, man. Caleb Ibarra, he bought a lot. He would buy a lot for a while. And he was always talking about how he hated his job. He had an oil rig job. And he was always talking about how he wants to quit. He doesn't like it. I think he might have actually quit. That's my suspicion. Ooh, he's got some nice stuff, huh? He got some sports. Anyways, I don't know where his story goes from there because he hasn't popped in a while. He said, you can gift me his cards. Yeah, okay. I don't think so, buddy. I remember him. Hope he's doing all right. Yeah, that's one. I'm a Caleb too. I hated my job too. Yeah. Actually, I guess it's kind of common to hate a job, isn't it? Most people hate their job eventually. So we need to go put this somewhere safe, like right here, perhaps. All right, we'll put it like that. It's very visible. All right, good. Now, I don't think you guys realize how much cards Caleb's got with me. Watch this. So, look at the boxes. Caleb. So the one over there, that's also Caleb. So Caleb, 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 Isai, Isai, Isai. So Caleb has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double boxes of cards. 6 double boxes. Jesus, dude. But he left it all over here. Hold on, let me have a little cough, okay? Anyways, he hasn't been here for like a year. Now, how about this guy? So he must have a good pull in his bag, or else I wouldn't have taken it. Or I wouldn't have left it over there for so long. Junk, 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 junk. Meh. Junk, junk. Oh, Pikachu's kind of nice. Meh, meh. Look, is okay. Actually, no, this bag is not as crazy as I thought it was. Well, the Pikachu's not bad, actually. Yeah, Pikachu's solid. All right. Overall, it is a bit of a pricier bag when you put those 3 together. But you know what? It's been 2 years. I'm gonna set them to the side. I won't disassemble it yet. Maybe I'll take these hollows out. Goodbye, hollows. He paying rent? Good lordy. He already paid the rent. He already, when he bought all those cards, he already paid rent. But so he's a special case. We just leave his stuff alone for maybe years. Who knows? I don't know. All right. I accept all card donations, says 6. His PayPal, if he used it, might have a phone number. I would love for him to come back and play around and more, open up some more cards, man. But I don't know what his story is now. I don't know what's going on in his life. I do like to follow the stories of the people who spend a lot of time with us. I like to know what their lives are, turning into, how things are going. We are. I hope he's doing well. Does he have a store credit card with me? I wonder if he asked me to sell some slabs for him. I almost feel like that was some other guy, wasn't it? That was a guy whose name, that was Yolan. Yolan had me sell some slabs for him, I believe. Yolan, if you recall, Yolan, he was the guy who bought a whole bunch of those Cardos cards for like cheap. They were like 6s and 7s, and he was buying them for like $25 each. He might have really done very well on that because at the time, Pokemon cards were very cheap and the Cardos cards were very cheap. But now we're in the future and those are all really expensive. So as long as he didn't sell those cards, I think he did well. I'm going through here. Let's see if we can find a Caleb Ibarra in here. Yeah, here it is. According to this, Caleb Ibarra has $280 of store credit as well. Wow. So last time he was here, he must have told me to sell his slabs. Interesting. Long time ago, you talked about doing a thing where you send a thing to people who haven't seen you in a while. We are maybe like a mass email or something. All right. He must just be taking a break. I'm sure he'll come back because I think the last thing he did was tell me to sell some of his slabs for him. I think he was talking about having some difficulties. He was helping a family member or something. Here's Miss Six, one live. All right. Oops. Did someone donate me hollows and I didn't put them on this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm Ubering. What? Troy, you can't just be Ubering all the time, bro. Here's a cold one. Look at that Meowth. Sometimes you gotta be door dashing too, man. I don't know which one makes more money. Miss Six says F it, 3 Ascended Heroes with credit. Okay. She says 55.50. Is that right? Yeah. An email check-in after so long would be a bad idea. Let's go ahead and grab one of these. All right, you got a 6. This is called the Nothing But Hits stream, where we deliver nothing but hits from Miss Six. I feel like I can make more money doing delivery than I can at my job, considering switching. Huh. That's cool, man. Yeah, delivery is a big deal, man. Yeah. I almost exclusively only shop at Walmart on the app and have it delivered. Today, I actually went into Walmart and walked around and shopped. And all I could think about was, I shouldn't even be doing this. I should be at home working on cards. But I was doing it just to get out, just to get on my feet, you know? I was like, maybe if I did more of my own chores. All right, 6 couldn't resist. 6 is destiny in these cards, everybody. All right, ready? We all know you're going to pull Gengar here. Ascended Heroes keep selling. They never slow down. Here's, wow, I've never seen that one before. The Mawile. Cool, man. All right. Doing good already. Ooh. Here's, oh, you are doing well. Mega Deontay. Okay. Well, this is officially a good round now. And Kilowattrell. All right, we'll take it. Well, 6, that was a hot round. Mega Deontay, Mawile. Mega Deontay is actually nice. Yeah. Put this in here. I get a lot of things delivered from Amazon. They usually have it the same day here, and the price is about the same at the store, depending on the item. There we go. All right. Good. Oh, here's the Hydrapple Gym Break. He's Hydrapple, all right. He's graded 10. Well, you don't want a graded 10 Hydrapple? Get over yourselves. Here's Abra. Look at that. That's ready for, man, that's ready for the Pricey Slabs channel. We need to let people know. Primals need to know. How is Liver King? Whatever happened to him? He went full crazy, right? All right, good. So let's take a picture of these beautiful cards. All right. What Liver King does on Saturday. Hey, wait, don't we have a where's my Polytoad? Here it is. Right. I just got this from that. I just got this from that guy. He tried fighting Joe Rogan. Right. And then he started saying Seth Rogen because he was legally not allowed to say Joe Rogan. All right, here we are. Another card. Mm-hmm. I assume we did this right. Okay. Sent an order 40 minutes ago. Really? You sent an order 40 minutes ago. You're correct. Wow, I can't believe it's been so long. All right. Weird, because it seems like there's not too many people in the queue. Is it just me? All right, so let me put this polytoad here. Let's focus on his order for the moment. Mr. Joseph Smith says 8 Korean matchless fighters keep the hollows. All right, we got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Snipping. Good. I made one too, says Mr. Chris. Ooh. Mr. Chris. Cold. Articuno. It was actually your turn, Mr. Joseph Smith. It's kind of crazy how even a short queue can take a little while sometimes. Here's Urshifu. Ah, Articuno popping out. All right, so you got a nice Articuno. What the heck was the dude doing on the Denver? A runway? Didn't like a plane strike somebody? Is that what you're referring to? I think you're referring to a plane striking somebody. All right. Mr. Joseph, look at those bad boys. New bag? All right. All chopped up, straight into the engine? What? Yeah, you hear about that kind of stuff sometimes, huh? That's a rare one, though, but that's happened before. Yeah, why do people do that? Yikes, dude. That happened to another guy. He was, remember, it was, he was supposed to see his parents because, or it's like his dad or something like that, because his dad was about to pass away. And then he missed his flight, and then he ran out on the, like he had like a nervous breakdown. He ran out onto the runway and got sucked up into one of the engines. That happened a couple years ago, didn't it? All right. Tyler says quick though. Oh man, he was playing Pokemon Go. Cody says I missed a few nights. I've been dealing with a few things. That sucks, man. Yeah, I seen that dude wanted to end it for himself. The guy was getting chased on the runway a few years ago and then jumped into the engine right in front of the airport staff. He scaled a barbed wire fence. It started a minor engine fire. Jesus. Imagine the cost of that. The whole flight must have been canceled, obviously. That's expensive. And then the engine has to have a repair too. He just cost the airport like, I don't know. How much you think that is? Like $100,000? Damn, dude. Next up, we have Mr. Jack Gray, 1 Poke Shuffle, 1 Topps Chrome SpongeBob. All right, Topps Chrome SpongeBob going off, man. I love Mr.'s money brain goes right to the coast. Here we are, right to the cost. All right. Well, I mean, it is real though. That is a real cost. I get it though. It's kind of like it's gruesome. I've watched too much, man. I've seen too much on the internet. Some guy wants to throw his life away in an engine. It's like, well, there's billions of humans, and you don't got to do that. All you had to do was go home and have an ice cream. Why? Who's throwing themselves into an airplane engine? And now you ruin life for like all these other people. Not until four, because you know who has to absorb that cost, right? The consumer. The consumer is going to pay for that. Here's Patrick's Fishnets. The company has to pass off its costs to the consumer. That's what it has to do because it's a business. That's the Dirty Bubble and the Murmalaire. They're trying to find their invisible vehicle. All right. Yeah, they evacuated on the runway, and we're bused back to the terminal. It sounds like there was smoke in the cabin. Damn. If you take yourself out, do it so you don't make a mess. Yeah, he did the opposite of that. Look at that, guys. There was Starmie in this pack. Mega Starmie. I love that this card is somehow super relevant because of Mega Starmie for Pokemon. Yeah. So a Pokemon card collector would look at that Patrick and think Mega Starmie. Oh, the pilots are doing okay. I'm sure they're fine. Those guys are okay. I mean, everyone's okay except for the guy who got sucked into the propeller. And again, maybe the pocketbooks of the airline companies, which are not doing well right now. Airline companies are struggling. They're going out of business, man. And it's all because of the Iran war, actually. That Iran war caused the price of jet fuel to explode. And the airline companies, which always seem to be running out of money, they're like, ooh, that's the end for us. We can't afford the jet fuel anymore. Just Jack Gray, Mr. Jack. Thank you so much. So I like this. I like the Patrick Fishnet card in there, and I think that the conversation about Megastarmie and Patrick Fishnet definitely raises the value of that particular card. Wow, look at this Pachirisu, man. Isn't this a great card? This is vintage Diamond Pearl Pachirisu. How's nobody notices? I can't look. Aovic almost bought it. So how does nobody notice how good of a card this is? This is a great card. That is Diamond Pearl Pachirisu. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Placed order. Yes, sir, Mr. Chris. We always go in order, though. Okay, Chris? So the oldest orders go first. Oldest orders first, okay? So this is going to say number 005. Pa, chi, ri, oops, su. And it's going to say T10. All right, good. Jet fuel doesn't melt. Chocolate beams. No, I mean more like in the mine. My grandpa had a motorcyclist hit him, and the motorcyclist died. It messed him up for a while. Oh, I forget some people aren't psychopaths. Man, if some guy threw himself into the propeller and I was the pilot, I'd be like, Jesus, bro, I just want to get my job done, bro. No, I've seen too much. It's like what I've said. The internet has desensitized me. Here's let's see. So Carlos Chaveras, the Gengar Slab, this one right here. Yeah. And 3 Nikkei Precious. You got it. I'd be so inconvenienced. I'd be like, damn it. Another one. I'd be like, ah, man, another one. Place that over there. I bet you back in the 1950s, that would cause people to like cry. They would have PTSD. Nowadays, people are like, I was on the airplane that the guy sucked into the propeller. Me. Now it's about me. You know? Oh yeah, I was there. I was there. It was crazy. You had to be there to know. I was there. It was a red mist. Yeah. And then there was smoke in the cabin. We all thought we were gonna die. Here it is. Did you miss my Poke Shuffles? I might have. Hold on, wait a second. Jack Gray, one Poke Shuffle. Jack Gray, I was so distracted. Let me go get it. Sorry about that. I was distracted by Patrick's gorgeous legs. I was like, humana. Ready? Oh, all right. So we are still on Jack's turn. He pulls the Taruka Cleavor on a $5 spin. All right, you got it. Wow, that's hard to do, by the way. So you got very lucky there. It's possible to do it, but it doesn't happen every it doesn't happen every time. Cleavor, he is re-rollable. It looks like you would get 3 cards if you re-roll him. Snipe. You think this Canvas Cyber was a student who didn't want to take their final? Oh man, I remember having to use some kind of software back when I went to college. I think it was called Canvas, and it's basically just the software that sets up like your schedule. It sets up like what classes you have to go to, when your tests are, and it allows the professors to communicate to you as well. Hated it the whole time. I hated that stupid software. And because when I went to community college, we didn't have to do that. And so, yeah, I mean, if that got hacked, you can re-roll. All right, re-rolling time. This goes down to 15. I guess I'll just buy this back. All right. So we're buying it back. Come on, dude. Stupid sleeve's getting sticky. He's been rolled more than the dough at a bakery. Okay. We're not going to put him up on the table for 35 again. Now he's going to be a more luxurious $30. There it is. So if you didn't think he was cheap enough last time, now he's even cheaper. $30. Taruka Cleavor. Cleavor. Let's go ahead and get you a fresh card. All right. Oops. All right. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's see if he gets double lucky. It's possible, and his odds are higher now. 3 cold ones. Woo! All right. Okay. Turn over. Let's move this cleaver back over here. There it is. All right. Yeah, he was down to $20, so your reroll was going to be $15. How's the buyback work? Basically, I'm allowed to purchase my own cards out of my own box. So if he decides to re-roll it, I don't actually have to put it back in the box. I'll take it out of the box. That's all it is. So I said, okay, he wants to re-roll it for $15, right? Well, I'm buying it for $15 then. Here's Jack Gray. Nope, no, no, no. Jack Gray's done. Here's Carlos Chaveras. All right, Carlos, what we got for you, baby? Thanks for your patience, Carlos. We got this right here. Do you take out 3 Pokey Shuffles? Well, the Pokey Shuffles have. Let me think about it. We were gonna put 4 Pokey Shuffles into the box, 6. So when he re-rolled it, we were gonna add. Is that a star card? No. All right, so we got this cute, lovely lady. Look at that. We were going to add 4 Pokey Shuffles into the box. That's what we were going to do. And then he was going to get 3 he was going to get 3 cards of his own. So I think effectively, yeah, we removed 3 cards out of there. That was the 3 that where he missed. Yeah, that's what ends up happening. But instead of actually putting the slab back in, I'm keeping the slab. So we did not actually add 4 fresh cards to the box. I keep the slab, and then he still gets his 3 cards, right? So yeah, we removed it. I think I understand your question. Your question was, am I like, stealing value from the box? And the answer is no. We are. All right. Mr. Carlos. All right. I would never do that to you, Sigs. Oh, you got your own little box up here, don't you? All right. Carlos Chaveras. No problem, mister. Here we go. Nothing too exciting this time. Maybe next time, though. Put this back up here. Look at these beautiful cards. Aren't those beautiful? Whose turn is it? Jose Trevino. He says 10 Pokey Shuffles. Shuffledoos. Here you go. All right. Jose Trevino. Ready? 1, 2, 3. This is Jose Trevino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I like to put the 11th card at the very back in case it's a hit. King Diamond Ganondorf. That's big. 2 live. That's big. Oh, can you? Oh my God. All right, we got a guy with a jackpot round. Woo! Look at this, guys. Are you here, Mr. Jose Trevino? Are you here? So, first of all, the 2 lives has to go back into the box. So he's got 2 live customs coming as well. Crazy. Yeah, this is what people dream of in this box is for something like this to happen. One, unfortunately, the only way for this to happen is somebody else gets host, right? So, like you saw Sarah take a couple cold rounds. Those aren't exactly free. And that's what sets up a scenario like this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So somebody else has had a bad round. Now you have a chance for a hot round. It's just like any break on the table, really. When you think about it, you could have just bought a spot in the Sylveon rather than 10 or 5, 10 Pokey Shuffles. It's just whatever's up your alley, whatever you want. Gengar T9, 057. Weird. I thought we pulled a Gengar already. And King Diamond Ganondorf. Now that's expensive. That's $85. All right. It says T9, right? Whew, that's big. That's a jackpot card. Oh, yeah. Look, we had 2 of them. All right. So there's the other one. So this is $105 value here, right? Actually, if you take their base value, it's 25 and 85. So that's 110. Plus, he's got the 2 live customs coming. So you got $160 out of your $50. You want to keep both? What are we doing here? Keeping both? This guy's actually super cool, believe it or not. Look at this. Look at this guy right here, everybody. A lot of people don't understand this, but look, this is actually from 2011. It's kind of old. It is Zelda. Zelda's cool. There it is. All right. You got it, man. Sometimes not re-rolling is the trick because you lock in that win. I know when we introduced the reroll, we had like these crazy rerolls that kept happening where it's like somebody would reroll like a $25 reroll and turn it into $50, then $100, then $200. And I guess that is possible if you just keep getting lucky over and over again. But it's like flipping a coin each time, right? If you get heads 3 times in a row, you're doing pretty good. But if one of those is tails, not so much. It's really interesting to watch, actually. Now, you got 2 live customs coming. Ready? Here goes. So just like we got 5 waifu shuffles in here, we got 2 live customs in the Poke Shuffles. It's all designed to keep everything moving, you know? You don't want any of the boxes to ever get stagnant. There it is. The live customs is definitely not stagnant. One. Man. If that had just been a hit, dude. If that would have just been a hit, you'd have been walking away with such a huge round. Because, you know, there's like $100 to $200 to $300 card in here. You already got, you know, $110 value from the Ganondorf and the Gengar. Imagine you just hit one more. You'd have been like, you'd have been way up. Sarah Dusenberry is next. Last order of the night, sleepy time. 5 LOL Spirit Forge. Is that the new one? 5 League of Legend. Oh, no. You want the older one. All right, you got it. Interesting. We've got the new set, but the old set is selling. Interesting. 1 box of 151 surprise, 1 Japanese jumbo pack. Man, Sarah's got the best orders every time. Ready, guys? And then we got a Japanese jumbo pack to open. We need the Zesty Shuffles and only have Jinx cards in them. Yeah, double Jinx. That Abra could be a jackpot in the live customs, probably. Snip of that. Snip of this. All right. Okay. Here's Prodigal Explorer. Okay. Fire Below the Mountain. All right. Here's Doran's Ring. Glorious Executioner. Some kind of fancy mind rune. Oh, man. That Wagovi hits so hard, man. I think it hits the hardest on Sunday, I swear. My stomach's so full of food, and it's just sitting there. The doctor wants to increase my dosage. You know what I was reading today? I was reading Wegovy does not work on about 10% of people. And I'm wondering if it does not work on me because I've been taking it for a while now and I have no change in my appetite. My appetite is as strong as ever. I love eating and Wegovy has not changed that for me. So I wonder if I fall into that group. It does do one thing. It has the side effects. So the side effects include getting a headache when I eat, being too full when I eat, you know, but you know how everyone talks about the food noise going away? That has not happened for me at all. Here's Card Sharp and Svelsonger. Svelsonger. I only played League because a guy I liked played it. I hated the game. The things we do for love. Oh, that's a interesting story. Here we are. Yeah. All right. All right. Look at that. That's almost like a bitter memory. Here, give me a second here. Have you ever taken berberine? All right. Karis has a story like that a little bit. She had a guy friend who liked her, and you know they played like video games together, and he ended up being a real kind of like creepy jerk. There we go. All right. Such a strange thing. It's not like gamer guys are, you know, poorly socially developed. Everyone knows gamer guys are like well put together. They're definitely not emotionally stunted. They're definitely not pathological pervert. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They don't have autism. There we go. What if we could map out society's decline with the release of like World of Warcraft, Minecraft, League of Legends? You know what I mean? Like these massive video games come out and then you see like this decline in testosterone. Scientists trying to discover why testosterone on decline. Generation, you know what I mean? It's the water. It just turns out everybody's just sitting in their chair playing League. All right, here goes. Come on, Pikachu and Gengar. We got Dragonite. We got Machamp. Weeping Bell. Metapoo. You know, I never actually played League of Legends myself, but I played a lot of a different game in the same game category called Smite. It is. It was a free-to-play game on the Xbox and was just really well made at the time. At the time, it was one of the best free-to-plays, and I got kind of hooked. I was like, hey, this is pretty fun. Did you guys ever play that one, Smite? Oh, shiny Jigglypuff popping out there. I never complain about shiny Jigglypuff. She's always a solid Pokemon. One of my Steam friends is big into Smite. I think I put like 2,000 or 3,000 hours into it. Give me a second here. All right, so here's Venonat. Oizing. At least he had a lot of hours. Here's Sather. Sather? Look at that Sather. Apparently, they moved over to something new, Smite 2. So they released a new copy of the game or something, like on a new engine or something. Cough drops. You're right. Cough drops right now, dude. I can't even breathe. It's so bad. Probably failing lungs or something. What do you guys think? I better sell a lot of cards because I'm going to need a big hospital bill when they tell me that my lungs are failing. Well, it appears you have popcorn lungs. All right, look at this Jigglypuff. Ooh. I played WoW since vanilla. What? All right. So the Japanese jumbo pack is coming in next. I'm playing the old Monster Hunter G, and it made me appreciate how much Monster Hunter grew. Yeah, you're talking about like 4G or something like that. What's the name of it? I can't remember it. Because they made me play it back when I was doing Monster Hunter World and my channel blew up. They made me play one of the old Monster Hunters. It was terrible. It was terrible. The rolling was bad. You know, Monster Hunter kind of does this thing where they don't really innovate too much. That's what a lot of people don't know about the game. They just remake the same game over and over again on a new console. Kind of like Call of Duty, actually. It's kind of all the new people who got into World didn't realize that. I have over 600 hours on Borderlands 2. That game was pretty fun. I wonder what my most played game is. Wouldn't that be interesting to know? Let me think about it. It depends on if you count a franchise. I think you should though. So like most hours across all games of a single franchise. I feel like that's an important number. And it would look kind of like this. It would probably be that's tough. Most played game. Boy, Minecraft would be up there. I played a lot of Minecraft. I played a ton of it. That was one of my favorite games. I loved making really large buildings with very good looking architecture. It was like a challenge to make something beautiful. So I did that a lot. There we go. All right. I played a lot of Minecraft. Ready? Here goes. About 5K hours in CS across games. I know I played a humongous amount of Halo Wars. So that game ranked really high in play hours. But then you've got the two games that I built my channel on, which would have been the Dark Souls FromSoft series and Monster Hunter, which I know is extremely high. Monster Hunter was like 4,000 hours. But was I really playing it in some of those hours? It's a good question. Because sometimes I was just gathering content, not quite the same as playing. And how often did my character just stand there and idle? It really makes you think because when I played a game like Halo Wars, it was strictly engagement. But Monster Hunter, some of those hours were, you know, just sitting there, editing, record a piece of information, get back to editing, you know, makes you wonder. Utilization. All right. So far, not so good. We need to get some ARs. 8,700 hours and WoW. Have you seen Age of Empires? Yeah. I know they made them. Are you saying the company that made Halo Wars worked on Age of Empires? I think I heard something like that. Let's grab this. And then they got disbanded. How crazy is that? Such a poor choice. I don't know. I think it was because Microsoft was upset that Halo Wars didn't get more sales. I was like, bro, it's a great game. I have 400 days on Fortnite. Oh, Age of Empire cards. Oh, I didn't know that. Ready? I was thinking about the team that were. It was called an ensemble. The team that worked on Mega Dream is a cold pack. That sucks. The team that worked on Halo Wars. I think they actually worked on something like Age of Empires before they worked on Halo Wars. I played an enormous amount of Smash Brothers too, but that one's really hard to track. How do I know how many hours I played? We are still love that game. I haven't played it in a long time. Last time I played it was when the new copy came out, the latest one, and I played it so hard I got carpal tunnel really badly in my right hand, really bad carpal tunnel, and I was like, "Holy!" I'd never had carpal tunnel before, and it kind of scared me. I was like, "Am I ruining my hands?" So I actually put the game away and just stopped playing it. I said, "I'm not gonna become a pro or anything. I'm not gonna." Oh man, come on, Sarah. We need a big surprise hit to come out of these remaining packs. So Pokemon Black White, nothing crazy. Fortnite really screwed up. I know Ensemble made Age of Mythology. Oh, maybe that's it. All right. So we got a couple packs left. Still room for a hit, but so far not so good. So far we've just got a lot of EXs. All right, a lot of EXs. What do we got here? Oh, there we go. Little Mary popping out. That's something. Good start. Can we see more like this? Okay, how about this guy? Night Wanderer. New. You got the monkey. You are hitting stuff. You're hitting tons of EXs. Nothing. Heatwave Arena. All right, Tera Festival. What about Tera Festival? Yeah. Well, you got something. Oh my God, not this card. So you do hit an SR, but it's this lady. 2 packs left. Come on, baby. What we got? Okay. We got a little Scyther. All right, still a chance for something crazy to happen. Last pack. No. All right. Not even a Master Ball. We're going to have to say this round's a tough round, Miss Sarah. They made the engine used in Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. Oh, cool. Yeah, they're a cool little team. And then they split up, and I guess they, they got their skills got sent out into the video game making diaspora. I don't know. I don't know what word I'm looking for. You open the Epstein packs? No, they're still sitting on the. Should I? All right, let me go ahead and sleeve this. Still sitting and receiving. You can keep all the Poke cards, not all of them. Well, wait. You got a nice little Mareep. He's nice. Let me look at these. We got some EXs. She sucks. We got some Zapdos. We got a couple Hollows. You got to keep this guy because he's cute. And then you got some Hollows here. Those are the Chinese Hollows. Take all the EXs. All right, I'm gonna take the EXs, Sarah. Tough round this time. I want the Bubba card. Yeah, we want to see all those that are on the list. We are. So what do I do with the Epstein cards? Are they just like a giveaway for the audience? Are they a giveaway for me? Or we? I guess I'll. Oh, let me put this in your bag, Miss Sarah. All right, Sarah. That was definitely a cold round. That's kind of like more what I'm expecting from those big jumbo packs because of the design of them. Since they're one pack from many different boxes, they can actually be very cold. but you've also had some really staggeringly huge pulls from them. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this round here, okay, and I'm going to put it into the trade bag. So we're going to treat it like an instant trade. Here's some guy named Trilifornia. I'm going to put it in his bag. All right. So we're going to treat that like an instant trade and get you a spot on the trade break. How does that sound? The trade break this time is very nice. It's this a low and nine tails. This is from 2019. It's actually pretty old. So we just need 2 more people in here, and then it goes off. So if you're lucky, you pull this. A little bit of luck would help. They are for you to open. All right, so we know that they're for me to open. 3 Ascended Heroes with credit, and this, you got it, Miss 6. So this zeroes out. I know Mr. Chris is still waiting on his Pokey Shuffle. Just kind of a long queue. All of a sudden. Yeah. All right, but it looks like we're almost caught up on this queue, okay? Let's see. If you're a new guy watching the stream, place your first time order. We'd love to give you some free cards tonight. We give out free cards to people who place a first time order. You can use the website to place that first time order, or you can do it the old fashioned way where you just send money directly over PayPal, ZELLE, Cash App, Venmo. So you can do that from the description of the live stream. Go check that out. Your guys' orders make the stream, so it gives us a show. It's the entertainment. Ready? All right, 6. You got 3 of these coming in hot. Let's do it. So you pulled an AR and an MA on the last round, right? So let's see, what's this round? What do you got here? What? Why do you get all the luck, 6? Nah, I'm joking. You've had really rotten luck for a little while, so that's definitely helping with that. There we go. Pulling a Mega Gengar MA. That's going to be expensive. And Mega Lucario. I bet you that's a couple $100 if it grades 10, which it might. Mega Gengar. All right. There you go. So let's grab your bag. I tell you what, that gets a top loader. I don't actually know if he gets a top loader, but that Gengar Raw is like 100. So technically, that's not expensive enough for a top loader, but we're going to pop him in here anyways. Come on now. I think you need the card to be worth like 250 or something like that for a free top loader. We really don't top load much. All right, but we're just trying to make Miss 6 feel a little special today. There you go, 6. Yeah, so this card probably sells for like 300 and a 10, if I had to guess. Whew. All right, that was the PayPal queue finished. Now we're jumping over here for Mr. Chris. You ready, Chris? Actually, it looks like we have no more orders in the queue. Just letting you guys know that. And here it is, Chris. He's ordered 2 Pokey Shuffles. Mr. Chris. Oh, Chris. We need 2 more people for this, by the way. Who wants to make a trade? Anybody? $5 trade. 600 PSA 10, some listed. Wow. Hear that, 6? $600. If you haven't done it yet, smack that like button. All right, what we got? 2 cold ones, Chris. 2 cold ones. Oh, man. All right, no super snipe. Let's pop this up here. And let's start working on a giveaway. Where is it? Where's my giveaway? Here it is. Sent 15 minutes ago. Okay, I'll look into that as well. I'm going to set Miss Sarah down here on the giveaway. And Sarah, you know, that round was so cold. I'm going to put you in the second chance break. I think you deserve it. There it is. Okay, that's 2 people saying that they do have something in queue. I probably have to hit refresh. Sorry about that. Not trying to scare you guys or anything. Let me look into that. I'm just going to get this giveaway started though, okay? So let me do that. All right, keyword TCC. This is a really nice card that we're giving away tonight. Let me show you it. Wow. Oh, PSA just told me payout incoming, your eBay listing is sold. Curious. What's that all about? Is that one that's already been sold? Probably one that already been sold. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's one that's already sold. All right. So, yes, I think I see it. 3 orders in the queue on the PayPal side. We have Adam Mundorf, 3 of the 151 surprise. So, we're going to get a new booster pack for that. Looks like we're going to consider buying some more of this 151 surprise in a minute here. All right. Tossing this. I kind of want to only grade with tag because they look so clean. Yeah, I hear you, man. Too bad that they paused grading, huh? There it is. There you go. They paused the grading. My God. I wish they did older sports cards. Yeah, they don't have a very wide range. You're probably gonna see a CGC submission come in soon because I'm gonna place a CGC submission soon enough. Of course, those take like 3 months. I don't know how long they take these days. Adam Moondorf, 3 hollows. Mr. Adam Moondorf. Ah, here it is. Good. Lovely. Thank you very much. How about some new slabs, huh? Well, we were working on this guy right here, this polytoad. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's Sky Ridge. Mm-hmm. 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 Oops. I'll share. I want some. I have mac and cheese. A 6. Oh my God. I had a ramen for dinner tonight. Just cheap microwave ramen. That's what I had. Probably gonna die of ramen. They say you're not supposed to eat it or whatever. I don't know. So I'm having trouble trying to find a price for this guy. It looks like there isn't one for sale, which is interesting because I thought one was for sale like a day ago. Could have sworn there was one for sale just a couple days ago. Let me see. I don't know what to price them at. Well, I guess we'll just give him a price. I don't really know what to do. He's going to be a little more pricey. Mhm. Oh my gosh. Let me write that better. Okay. There he is. So now we're ready to take a picture of these 3 right here. Good. We'll delete these emails. We don't need these anymore. You're making me want some ramen now. We are. So we have Rafael Gonzalez, 2 live customs, 1 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You got it, man. Ready? By the way, we have old vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well, guys. If you ever want to try that. 1, 2. Oh, 3. 1, 2. All right, you're buying 2, but 3 always go to the back. Raphael. We've got Morgan and a Bisharp. Ooh, a Bisharp. That's 2 cold ones there, Mr. Raphael. Ugh. Painful, huh? Where's your bag? Those live customs are ouchie, ouchie, boo boo. Ah, here we are. Found you. All right, here's your poker card. I need more friends. How do people make friends today? Well, you walk up to somebody and say, trying to think of something funny to say. We like to play. Me and my wife like to play. Yeah, I don't know. What what exactly do adult friends do? That's actually a good question because I feel like I don't know the answer to that. Karis and I don't go around making tons of friends. Like we're not going to go to a political rally. We're not going to go to church. What else is there to do at that point? We're not going to go to the bar. We're not going to sit around and drink alcohol all day. What is there to do? I don't know. All right, let me go grab some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Do we already have some in here? Let me go get some. Aha! Tempted to restock these. All right. I like an astronomy club, book club, or an only feet club. Here we are. I'm more into making out. There we are. All right. Let's not waste any time. There it is. Life's short. What are we wasting time for? There we go. Let's put that there. All right. Ooh. Oh. Put that there. Mm-hmm. Good. Barbecuing's just eating, isn't it? How did you price that polytoad? I may be interested. I just came up with the price. I know what I paid for it. But that's about it. Looks pretty clean on the back. It doesn't look too bad. Okay. All right. Polytoad. Let's grab this. I like to sit and call on Discord as friends while I work on art. All right. East Wind Avatar. Slithering Cryptid. Here's Negate. Guac and Marshmallow Pizza. What the fuck? Jenica, Bad Apple Big Sister. Koya, Death from Above. Turtle Blimp. Ooh. Metalhead. Marauding Mutagen. Forest. All right. Kitsune. Now it's getting to the end. This is an important part. Kitsune's Technique. Heralds of Shredder. Baxter, Flying in the Ointment. All right. Come on. Teleportation circle. I like it. And ravenous robots. The robots. Mutagen. All right, cool. So you do get one of the old artworks. It's not holographic, though. There we go. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do adults do for fun? Here's Baxter flying the ointment. Here's Heralds of the Shredder. I don't want to smoke. It's bad for you, right? I don't want to drink. That's real bad for you. I don't want to barbecue too much. It's really just eating. That's all it is, which I get that. What exactly are friends supposed to do other than make out, by the way? Because I'm down to make out. Here's Jenica. I think what we need in our society are bathhouses again. Like, bring back the Roman bathhouses. When are we getting those? God, man, we're in the future. You know, a lot of other societies have that right now. Like, I'm pretty sure they have bathhouses in like Japan and China and probably Korea. Why don't we have that? Give me the communal bathhouse. That's what we need. Climb into a big warm pool. We have bathhouses out here in Lake of the Ozarks. They're called, what would you call them? They're like restaurant pool bars. And everyone climbs into the pool and they all buy beer. But here's a problem with that. I know for a fact they're all pissing in the water. I'm not into piss play. I don't want to stand in some other guy's drinking beer and he just pisses in the water. I don't want to stand in that. I don't know. It's confusing because let's get this into your bag, Mr. Raphael. It's confusing because I know it's chlorinated, but I also know the lake water is very dirty. It's got dead animals in it. It's got fish poop. I'm sure it's got pee of all the animals as well, right? Every bird poops in the water. So it's got all the poop and all the dead animals. There's like, I've seen dead deer floating in the water, right? So I know it's quite dirty. So I'm chill with swimming in that, but I don't like swimming in the sterile urine with chlorine water. So I don't know. It's very confusing. Maybe I'm just not supposed to care. Maybe that's how it works. But yeah, where's the bathhouses? Give me a nice, clean bathhouse with no beer or anything like that. I think I'd do a lot of that. I'd probably do that. Pool friends, maybe? I don't know. If I owned a house big enough, I'd have friends who just come over to swim. You know, some of those mansion homes have like indoor pools. Of course, that must be monstrous to take care of. Must be terrible to take care of those things. That's going into the Pricey Slabs channel. I just took a picture of them. LMAO, the old R. Kelly. That's called a golden shower water. It's popular nowadays. I don't know, man. It's like I want to enjoy it. I want to tolerate it, but it's almost all I can think about. I have like an obsessive way of thinking. And you see all these sometimes fat pot-bellied guys in their 50s wearing sunglasses and they're just drinking their beer and they don't get out of those pools. They stay in the pool the whole time. So if they're drinking all this beer and sitting in the pool, there's only one answer to that. They're pissing, dude. They're just pissing all over the place. And they're just like, it's just cool. It's just how it goes. I was not expecting bathhouses to be the way to find friends. You never know. Carlos Chaveras for the 4 packs of Rare TV. You got it, man. All right. Ooh. I guess a bathhouse could replace like the ocean to a certain degree, huh? I've never met someone who drinks that doesn't piss every 30 minutes. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. You're not walking around with a drink in your hand without having to go pee later. It's bad enough at a regular pool where people aren't drinking. You are. You ever like swimming around in a pool and some kid gets the thousand yard stare and you just know that kid's pissing all over the water and you're like, oh my God. You ever have that happen? Here's you just know that kid's dumping his urine in the water and you're just like, Jesus, bro. Just imagine a whole group of adults doing that. Whoa! IP Masquerena. The amount of chlorine in the pool makes it fine. I'm that kid. Here it is. I don't know, dude. Pools are basically bathtubs that never get emptied. Instead, get the germs killed with chlorine. It's gross. One of the hotels I worked at maybe empty the pool once a year. Wild. All right, and you get Dogmatica Nation. Cool. That's why I go on boats and jump into the lakes / oceans. All right, I live in my pool. Here it is. It's leaving this. All right. The warm spots in pools. Yuck. Yeah. It's very interesting. I don't know, because again, you go back to that argument that I was making earlier about how dirty lake water is. It's quite dirty. Like it's murky, it's muddy, it's algae, it's all kinds of germs, it's all kinds of dead animals, it's all kinds of fish poop. You know, there's a lot of bioactivity going on in that lake. And I climb into that. It's just like, so what? It's the lake. You know what I mean? And then you go into that chlorinated pool, and it's probably a lot cleaner, actually. But all you can think about is all these people drinking beer and pissing in the water. I don't know how to deal with it. It's a psychological boundary. But those pools are really nice. They're always busy. We got local pools, and the problem with the local pools is they all close by 6 p.m. So there's like public pools. You can get in there for like $5. Yeah, but they're all closed by 5 or 6. So we don't really get to enjoy them too much. They're already closed by then. I don't know why our public pools do that, but they all close at like 6 p.m. It's really stupid. Maybe it's because they know they're like in competition with those other pools. All right, let's jump over here. I think the idea of sharing the same water as other humans, that's gross. Yeah, well, here's Mr. Chris Gonzalez, and he needs 2 more pokey shuffles. You got it. I remember as a kid being very drunk with my buddy kayaking in his pool. What? As a kid, you were drunk? Lakes and oceans are more dirty, in my opinion, but public pools are worse. Private pools are good. 1, 2, 3. I've had a pool my whole life. I guess you get used to the thought or you don't think about it. 1, 2. Well, now you're going to think about it. 6. Next time you're in that pool, I want you to think of that yellow piss getting all over you because you're swimming in someone else's piss. How does that sound, 6? I hope I ruined it for you. All right, that's 2 cold ones for Chris Gonzalez. Let's work on the giveaway for a moment here, guys. Later today, I won't think about it. Oh my God. Here's Miss 6 going into the giveaway. I want you to be offended. I want you to be grossed out. I want you to demand that people leave the pool when they have to go to the bathroom, because that's what you're supposed to do, by the way. And you just know nobody's doing that. AOG. All right. And here's CC Collects. What spot is this? 18. So we have 2 more spots to give away. All right. 2 more spots, everybody. Don't worry. I won't be grossed out. Let's see. Now we have Miss 6. She wants a pre-grade on the Gengar. I don't blame you for that. This sounds like a self-tattle. Pea water is good for the skin. Oh, yeah. There you go. That's the smart move right there. To sell it as sort of like a health remedy. Actually, it keeps you younger, faster, smarter, healthier. You look better. Mildly cures cancer. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's looking real close to being a 9. So the card is mostly good, and I think it has a decent shot at a 10-6. But here are some things standing out to me. Top to bottom on the front looks slightly off center, slightly thinner down here than up here. Okay. Weird, because that doesn't play out on the back of the card, but the back of the card has its own problem. Centering left to right's a little off center, with this side being a little thinner. I flipped it upside down, so I said it backwards, but so there's a slight off centering going on. I can zoom in. It's not bad. I don't think that's enough to cause it to fail a 10. The off-centering of the front, top to bottom, though. No, it's not bad. I actually think this is off-center in 2 places, but I don't think it's a pristine, but I would give it a 10 minus. So this is getting 10 minus. I think it's got a pretty solid shot at a 10, that means. It's gonna be a weak 10 if it does get a 10, and there is a chance you get a 9. I didn't see any other problems. I didn't see any, like, look at the cutting on the card. The cutting's real clean. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. So I'm anticipating 10 minus on this one. Don't bother with BGS. It'd be a waste of time. Okay. Should I grade it? I would grade it, yeah. Alright, good. That's done. We have Mr. Eddie Mendoza, 2 live customs for Eddie Mendoza. We need 2 more people in the trade slab. Who wants to make a trade? I'm ready to make a trade. Who wants to make a trade? I'll wait for tag to open. All right, we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Bloop. All right, oops. So we got 1, Grammar. 2, Flappy. Meh. No. All right, that's some cold ones, man. I'm sorry, man. Dang, dude. Love you, short time. Very good. You know, it's this stream started a little bit slow, and now it is much more full stream. Thanks to all you lovely people. Thank you, everyone. Especially Sarah has gone very deep tonight. Six has gone a little deep tonight, and it paid off. You got that nice Gengar, huh? So the queue is now open. There's nobody in the queue, and I'm really seriously serious about doing a trade. Does anyone want into this Alolan Ninetales? Who wants into the Alolan Ninetales? I should do some bag sorting over here. Look at this trade bag I got. I should like sort junk into a pile. That's all junk. Atticus is probably junk too, to be honest with you. What if I want long time? This is definitely junk. This is junk. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. All right, so hold on. Six is wanting into the Alolan Ninetales. I'm sure we could get you in there. We got a chunk of hollows here. And those are English hollows, so those are a little better than average. Definitely, wow, the Mawile is good too. Counter gain. I mean, I don't think you want your counter gain. I don't want your counter gain. How does that sound? I don't even care for it. What am I going to do? I'm going to put it into that junk bag over there. So here are some Korean hollows as well. So you got a round of Korean hollows. Now, I don't really trade these for much, so you might be better off just holding those. I would give you $5 for that round of hollows right there. What do you think? You still offer tag grading at the express tier. Oh, I didn't think of that. Huh. I wonder how that shows up in my. Give me a second. Let me see how that shows up for me. All right, so nice. They're working on my tag submissions. So if I click on group submission and hit start order, service tier. Huh, so weird. It lets me choose bulk. So it looks like Express for me is the same as you guys. I don't get any special pricing for Express. I'm just testing it out. No, I take that back. No, I do get cheaper Express. Huh, that's so interesting. So Express is cheaper for middleman, but only by a small portion. It's really not worth it in my opinion. Might as well just go with PSA. How fast is it expected to turn around? Timing 30 days. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I would even use the Express. I would just wait for it to How much is a tag submissions? Well, we used to do tag for $30. Let me think about it. If we did it now, I would do the express for about 65 probably. So I think we'd do 65. They raised it to 30 from 15. All right. So you go 6. Can I see the cards? Oh, you're asking to see the cards. All right, here you go. You are actually saying, let me see the cards. I know you want this. Look at that weeping bell. All right. So we're looking maybe for like, okay. Maybe we're looking for a Rayquaza. I didn't see a Rayquaza, did I? I sleeve them for you. Yeah, I didn't see a Rayquaza. So there's no like Rayquaza in there. If I had seen a Rayquaza, I would have sleeved it for you already. That's how I do it. Now, this was junk. Also, let's see if there's any Qs in the order. I just want the Raichu. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, there was a Raichu at the end. Here we are. All right. There you go. Let me sleeve this. All right. Good catch. They're just hollows, so I wasn't really thinking of them that way. You can take the Korean hollows. All right. Thank you for that. I'll do something with them. Thank you, Miss Six. Yeah, I won't lie to you. These are pretty close to just being like energy cards to me because there's a gazillion of them, dude. Gazillion of them. It's the fact that the Korean cards are already so cheap to open. Here. Let's separate this into a baggie since this was a trade. I love the Raichu. There we go. So you just traded in some hollows for $5. It's not bad. And let's get you in there. We got one spot in there. If anyone wants to trade into that Alolan Ninetales. Tonight we saw the Sylveon move by 3 spots. Did you guys catch that? Sylveon moved by 3 spots. It's up to 8 out of 24 now. Awesome. Also, I'm noting no movement at all on the supposed lightning break. Not very lightning-y when you don't move. Kingler Expedition. Yeah, what I could do is I could have this box of already made lightning breaks, and I can just keep rotating ones onto the table until one actually catches some attention. You know, like I don't have to wait to see if you guys jump into it. I could just keep rotating them. Because I got a couple cards. Hey, wait, what about this should just be on the table for sale. This is a great card. That should be in the actual customs or something. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, we had an Alakazam. He went off, though. The Alakazam went off. He's a good one. We can't do him 2 times in a row. That's too fast. Too many Alakazams. Okay. Oh, this guy used to be 1 in 10. Captain Pikachu is interesting. This kind of interesting. Double Sylveon, though. That would be a problem. Double Sylveon would be a problem. All right, the last spot in the Ninetales might be done. Grab all these. Except for the last spot in the trade break. All right, so the last spot is done. See all this stuff right here? So what I like to do, I like to grab a baggie like this one, start to put these in here, and I label the bag. I call it junk. That's why I label it. Because these cards are really so bad that I will probably never bother grading them. They could be graded. If they graded 10, they'd have a value, but it's like, just not going to do that. So what happens to these cards? These cards will be disassembled and turned into what I call junk packs. So we make those fun little junk packs, right? Would you guys like to see me make those live one time? I mean, it's kind of fun, actually. But we sell those junk packs for $3. And look, the box is almost empty again. Junk packs, they always sell. I think it's because they're so cheap. All right. But I like to slip 1 or 2 good cards into the junk packs to keep them interesting. There's a Kingler? Yeah, if you want to join it, here it is. So this is Expedition Kingler, graded 10, and it's a 1 in 8 break. That's what it is. I mean, that's quality vintage product. I try to offer vintage for you guys because, you should be collecting vintage. It's very good. Yes, there's an Expedition Kingler. Rip it and let me watch. So, speaking of ripping it, we know we got to get Joey Albrecht here, and we got to open those Epstein packs, apparently. Buying the last spot in the Alone Ninetales break. Here it is. Captain Pikachu on deck. Joseph Smith. The fact that they are printing another exclusive Captain Pikachu is going to heavily reduce the value of this one. So if you were, quote unquote, investing in this Captain Pikachu, you just got your booty cheeks smashed. All right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when it comes to the trade breaks, we don't use the custom packs. These are done very fast. Everybody gets one card, an energy card. That's the card that you've traded for. Gang's half here. Hey, what's up, Marshall Weber? How's it going, man? All right. Marshall, we need like 160 viewers. What do you think? Should we get some bots? I'm going to say in big, all caps, free Pokemon cards, opening 100 Ascended Heroes in the title next time. All right. Yeah, I don't think that this stream title is very popular, the image and the title. Because look, we haven't sold even one pack of this. I thought that this would sell because the other Riftbound set was selling so well. I thought that this would sell, but not even one pack is sold tonight. Those are $7 a pack. We'll see if they do better later. All right, give me a number. The fact that they haven't sold tells you everything. It means it's not popular, or at least we got the wrong audience. People here to not open it. Maybe I need to advertise it more aggressively. And so, a different image might have done better for the thumbnail tonight. Might have gotten more people in here. 1, 2, and da-da-da, going to Sarah Dusenberry. Hey, is Sarah still here? I put her in here. She was donating her Pokemon Hollows after a very rough round of the jumbo packs, jumbo Japanese Pokemon booster bundle. And she was just going to give me her cards for free. And I said, I'm going to give you a spot in the Ninetales. So that turned into something. That's nice. Okay. That's an improvement. Very good. Let me go ahead and update her, or update the breaks channel. First time I've had to do this tonight. Yeah, Riftbound was not a selling point for the stream, it appears. Good thing I didn't buy a ton of it. Oh, wait. I bought a ton of it. Let's see. Yeah, I bought like a decent full case of it. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to probably make a short telling people we have it. Why aren't waifu jumbo packs a thing? That's a great question. They could be, couldn't they? A waifu jumbo pack. That's an interesting thought. I've thought about creating other types of jumbo packs because the jumbo packs have been kind of popular. All right, breaks history. We're going to say trade Ninetales, Sarah. So that makes her round a little hotter tonight, right? Because she traded some of those pulls to get in there, and that card's worth about $25. Takes the edge off, if ever so slightly. It's still a pretty bad round. I mean, she just got the Mareep. No, it's not called the Wooly. Wooly, is that what it's called? Darn, dude. But hey, the other cards turned into a $25 slab. So we up. What next? Oh, this is kind of cool. We're gonna do this guy. Come on, we gotta do Gengar. I mean, we could easily put this Gengar right now into the actual Poke Shuffle, and he'd probably do fine. See, I just talked myself into doing that. All right, into the Poke Shuffle he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We gotta have stuff in the Poke Shuffle after all, not just big expensive slabs. We gotta have some cheaper ones too. Price up that Magic Spider-Man slab. Which one? The Miles Morales? The one that got re-rolled? There we go. Or was it one that you saw me shuffling through? All right, that's up there. You saying it's in this pile right here, maybe? That one, he's $30. The Electrode's cool. I like Electrode. I think a lot of other people don't like them. Oops. That's $80. I don't think people are going to jump into that for some reason. Booby Grab Girl, Larvesta. Ooh, this one's cool. Vintage Magneton. Oops. Who's doing this, please? League of Legends is ass. Such a strong opinion. All right. Grab this. The Spooderman. Ooh, Magneton is nice. Now, he's graded a lowly 3, but you know what? Vintage is vintage, and people love a good-looking slab. Look at that. Here's the back of the card. Oh, it's got a bend on the bottom corner here. Okay, so that's where the grade comes from. You can break it out of the slab and fix that. Yeah, you see these guys fixing slabs now. What's the line between fixing a card and doctoring a card? What do you guys think? Oh, what am I doing here? It needs to say $5. All right. Good. What is the line between quote unquote fixing a card and altering a card, right? Because you got all these guys who claim they can fix cards, and it seems an awful lot like some of the stuff they do is just altering. And it makes me a little nervous. Hey, it's Miss Alexandra. How's it going, Miss Alexandra? It's nice to see you. Hey, look, that's a pirate ship captain, and here's a pirate ship group captain. I need to do something with that Shanks card. We don't currently have a one-piece breakup on the table, do we? Heard a repair card did run off with a bunch of cards. Oh, yeah, that's what Alex was talking about. All right, next up, we have an order. Whoa, we got a big order. Harry Kennison, can I get 2 spots on the Topps pack split? Yes. So the Topps pack split, everybody. There's a total of 4 spots taken, I think. There's 3 spots remaining in here right now. Still time to join that. Otherwise, forever hold your peace. 1, bending and flattening cards think is okay, but putting any kind of cleaning solution, I don't like it. Yep, I think I have to agree with that. Anytime let's not call it a cleaning solution. So I'm going to say this. If you can manage to remove some literal thumbprints or like a smudge or like dirt, I think that's fine as well. You could call that card cleaning. But if you put in a plastic filling solution to hide print lines, that's an altered card. In my opinion, it's an altered card at that point. All right. A little bit of dragon breath, humidity, and clamps. It's okay. Let's see. Dragon breath. Let's see. The Topps pack is this one. It says Roaring Skies. Look at that. So we're 4 out of 7. Scratch filler. That is altering. Altering. Because you're hiding a flaw. You're not actually correcting the flaw. All right. 1 spot in the Jungle Pack split. Oh, hell yeah. All right. First guy in the Jungle Pack split, guys. Is card polish altering the card? Harry. If it hides a flaw rather than truly correcting it, yes, in my opinion. Can yellow the cards. Yeah, that's some other speculation too, guys. So people have been saying this. They've been saying card, quote unquote, fixing could show up later. the card could end up having like discoloration and problems like that that aren't immediately obvious because these chemicals have been soaked up by the card and is kind of hidden at the moment. But over time, it can become clear that the card has been, altered. One pack of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right, we got to do a shout out for these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're one of the best selling items on the menu. These just sell and sell and sell and sell. People love this. All right. Ready? Squirrelanoids. Mind Transfer Protocol. Punk Frogs. Escape Tunnel. Michelangelo Game Master. Casey Jones. Donatello Technique. Michelangelo Mutant BFF. All right, he's having some pizza. I love seeing the South Park bloopers. Hell yeah, dude. All right. Here's Thriving Grove. Plains. Mondo Gecko. Fable Passage. Turtle Power. You ready? Rafts. How do you say that? Jit? Is it called a jit? Wow, that's cool as hell, man. Look at that. All right. And Kitsune's Technique. All right. Save this. In the world news, you know that guy from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful? He's trying to do a data center in Utah, and that got passed by like, I guess like a board or something like that. But there's huge protests against it, and that's being discussed online. We have the same issue in Missouri. People are really rejecting the idea of data centers. There's one proposed out here in Lake of the Ozarks. Did you know that? Lake of the Ozarks. There, it was released just about maybe less than a week ago. A plan to build a data center out here, and it's all you hear about now. People are like, "Hell no, not in Lake of the Ozarks." Ah, look at this beautiful nature. Quick, put a data center in it. It is. But yeah, people are really against that. What do you guys think of that one? Okay, Mr. Harry Kennison. So we'll find out about the rest of your fate. It is as time goes by. What exactly is a data center? It's like think of it like a gigantic computer, and it stores information from the internet. And every AI company wants to have their own, you know, data center for their AI so that they can store a bunch of information in it that they scratched off the internet. And then what happens is when their AI is trying to think, it's going to reference information in that data center. So that's what it's all about. Facebook wants to do it. Oracle wants to do it. Tesla's doing it. Google's doing it. OpenAI's doing it. So you got all these rich guys and they're buying up huge plots of land. And then what they're doing, or they're asking for you to let them buy it. And then they're building these just giant computers. It's like a computer farm. And the problem with it is it requires a lot of cooling. So it gets very hot. The computers running get very hot. They require heavy amounts of cooling. This cooling requires water. And so the water consumption for a data center is very high. But it doesn't just require water, it requires electricity as well. So the electricity consumption is extremely high. And people don't like this because they speculate that it could poison the water, it could raise the cost or the availability of water for like farming and for everything else. Like there could be side effects that we don't know about yet. It could raise the cost of electricity, even though they claim it won't. It could. They actually have emissions too, so they emit fumes, and they also give off like a sound. So the data centers are kind of noisy, surprisingly. And so if you put it right next to a town, people are super annoyed because they can hear the data center. But if you build it far away from everyone, then maybe that's not as big of a problem. However, the emissions is still real. The water usage is real. The electricity is real. So people are finding out in my backyard, this guy's building this giant data center. And now I have to deal with competing with this company for electricity and water, and it's like like the environment is a shared public resource, but a private company that's got billions of dollars, they're the richest people in the whole world. They can buy a plot of farmland next to you and change your environment that you have to now share with them. So it's crazy. This is one of those subjects that somehow both Democrats and Republicans are on the same side on. Nobody wants the data centers. We all want AI, of course, but go build that data center somewhere else. It's really interesting. They always want to build it right next to like a really nice, you know, city or something like that. Probably because they want to have access to lots of resources and lots of labor, all the good stuff. By the way, this is the binder break. Haven't seen a lot of movement in the binder break in a little while. Heard one center had water book up the utility, didn't know about it, so no charge, yet the free so much water the people in the area were reporting low pressure. Okay, so you're describing a scenario where they did have a water issue as a result of building there. Yeah. Here's Mr. Javier Arroyo for the new Yu-Gi-Oh! And two Ascended Heroes. All right, you got it. Ascended Heroes selling really well as well. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity V, and Ascended Heroes are doing very well. 3 hour stream. Looks like we're about done with 3 hours. We could probably go an extra minute or two. Let's keep going a little bit. Any gym breaks? There is one gym break. If you see a card you want to turn into a gym break, just shout it out and we'll turn it into one. Oh, this is not for sale. Hold on, wait. That Gengar's not for sale. He's going to be turned into a Poke Shuffle or something in a second there. I set him on the table to put him in the Poke Shuffle. We need hits like that Gengar in that Poke Shuffle. They did a sneaky hookup so no one paid for thousands of gallons. Crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, these companies are so greedy, and yet they're some of the wealthiest companies on earth. And so it feels like you're going to come in, scavenge all the resources in my local area, pollute the air, pollute the water, maybe pollute the dirt. I don't know. And then you're going to continue making your billions of dollars, and our quality of living is going to go down. Like, hell no, dude. What are you talking about? That sounds so bad. But here's my thoughts on the subject. We still need the data centers. So it has to happen somewhere. So there ought to be like some optimal places where you ruin the fewest lives. Like this one they want to build in Utah is so ridiculous, dude. Not Utah. Like if you're gonna build it in Utah, it better be like really far out of the way. You know what I mean? But they don't want to do that. They want to build it where the people are. I want to go where the people are. That kind of situation. So they're building it real close to a bunch of people, and they're just really unhappy with it, and they're forcing it through anyways. And people are talking about, well, they're going to set it on fire. They're going to sabotage it. They're going to vote for totally different. Like this happened in Missouri, actually. So a data center was passed in Missouri, real red state, right? Very Republican. And as soon as it was approved by the, what are they called, like aldermen or something like that, those guys get voted out. They flips into blue in a deep red area. It flips blue. They just vote those mother effers out. So it's such an unpopular thing to do that if you're a politician that agrees to do it with a company, you're about to lose your job because everyone's about to unseat you. And then we're going to write up a new rule that says we don't want these. But it's very interesting because, again, we do want to stay competitive with China when it comes to the development of AI. We do want to actually have technology in progress. But it's like, why has it got to be here? Why Lake of the Ozarks? It's so ridiculous. Yeah, so this is a problem that is affecting a lot of people and even Lake of the Ozarks. So here, I tell you what, let's finish this order and I'll show you right after the order. So even out here in Lake of the Ozarks, they're proposing one. And it's like, this area is not known for technology. This is not a technology hub. We don't have a bunch of, I guess we do have some software engineers out here actually. I found out there's some coworkers of my wife. They're out here in Lake of the Ozarks now too. They moved out here because it's so nice and they get to work full remote from the company in St. Louis, which is where my wife works as well. She works full remote. So they're moving out here because it's so nice. Mr. Javier, let's grab your box. Nothing crazy coming out of the Ascended Heroes there. You do get some lovely Starlight rares. So funny when I say Starlight, all I can think of is the boys. And they don't build them in the countries like USA or AOUS. They'll build them in India, China, Russia. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're. I mean, those countries will build them for themselves, but they're too important of a resource for us to build them over there. It's like we can't do that. But so you go to Lake of the Ozarks news. Watch this. Mm-mm-mm. I know it was reported on just the other day, so I'm wondering if it's at the top. I know it was something I heard a lot about. Oh man, we got a lot of fresh news. Oh wow, there's a huge construction in Camdenton. I didn't know that. Camdenton starts downtown street resurfacing project. I didn't know that. All right, here it is. So I guess this isn't the article, but look, data center drama. That's out here in Lake of the Ozarks because somebody who owns a big chunk of land behind the Walmart is proposing that we put a data center there, and he owns that land. And he, I believe the guy who owns that land, he's a rich guy because he built some popular app. I don't remember what it was. It was like Foursquare or something like that. Oh, here it is. Developer reveals map for master plan community at the lake. Let's see. There it is, data center right there. There it is. Damn, dude, that's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so close to everybody too, but that's what they want to do. They want to put data centers everywhere. The land out here is especially cheap and especially beautiful, but it's like, why would you want a data center soaking up a bunch of the? Oh, another reason why they might put it out here is because we get this is where the energy is produced. So Lake of the Ozarks, the whole point of it is it's a dam, right? So it's producing all this electricity that gets sent abroad to like the St. Louis and Kansas City region, and I think it even goes into Illinois. People that live near them say they get headaches. The DHS has a fusion center for policing in the Salt Lake. A lot of pee in your lake, mister. Hey! All right, so next up, we've got an order from Carlos Chaveras, 8 of the Nikkei BTO3s. Oh, we haven't seen that in a little while. What are these? All right, BTO3s. That's BTO1. I think I have to get a fresh box of the BTO3s. All right, let me get a fresh box. I'll be right back. Data center will make you pay higher electricity bills. Yeah, that's part of the concern. So that's been a political subject that's really interesting to me. There's just something about it. There's something about it that's especially annoying. Like, I'm going to come in here because I'm super powerful and wealthy, and you're just living in your little town that your family grew up in and you grew up in. But I'm a billionaire, you know, tech oligarch. you know, I'm going to come in here and buy up your farmland that you can't afford, and then I'm going to put this resource drain in your backyard so that you can compete with me for resources. And then here's the creepiest part. We're going to do all this so we can develop AI to eventually replace you out of your job. Right? It's like this terrible feeling. It's like, damn, dude. Sounds great. Let's do it. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8. And here's what remains. This is the last box of BTO3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we got 16 there. All right. Yeah, so it's like, you know, let me eat up your resources and cause a bunch of noise and put a big ugly data center in your beautiful backyard, and then eventually we can take your job away from you too, because we're using this data center to develop AI to get rid of your job. Yeah, I can't wait for that. They also say the air quality goes down. Yeah, so that's what we were talking about. We were saying we know also that the data centers emit emissions. So the air quality takes some kind of hit. But so my question is, why can't they build these things in the mother effing middle of nowhere? Why they got to build it? They obviously want to build it next to a nice little town because they want the land to go up in value. They want to have access to good quality workers. They want their workers to have a certain work life, quality where they want to live there. So they keep trying to build these data centers right next to, where everyone lives, where the good quality land is. We got all this empty land in Missouri. It's all over the place. Missouri is actually maybe a good choice to build a data center. It's a cheap state, and there are just huge chunks of empty land. And instead, they're like, hey, see this gorgeous area, Lake of the Ozarks? Let's put a data center right next to you guys. Why there? Why you got to put it right there? But yeah, I don't know. It kind of pisses me off, and it's really interesting because Democrats feel exactly the same way in their states. So it's this kind of a fun sort of bipartisan issue where it turns out everybody hates the idea. Maybe not everybody, but maybe the majority of people hate the idea of having this machine right next to their home. I guess on the plus side, you do get like maybe some high paying tech jobs. So that's not bad. And then again, we do have to have them. I mean, we have to have them somewhere in order to have our AI, and big servers with all the information on them. Here's whoa, this girl, and what do we got here? Blue bunny girl. Not safe for work waifus. They also say the air quality goes down. Use a lot of your water supply. We happen to have a lot of water. So again, it kind of makes sense why they would want to put one out here. The land is cheap, abundant water. Lake of the Ozarks is where they produce energy. Energy is produced here. So it's like it's a pretty ideal location in that way. But do we want to have a data center? And it turns out the moment I mean, people didn't like it when they introduced the idea of casinos out here. They're like, no casinos. So I can't even imagine how they're going to freak out over the idea of like actual data centers. It's like, hell no, bro. There's going to be some very angry old people. But I think even young people probably won't like it. They'll be like, why are we trying to ruin this area? It doesn't make any sense. All right, let's grab this. Aha. Some other news, in England, in the UK, they just had their elections, maybe like their version of the midterms. I don't know exactly how their elections work, but they just had a big round of elections, and something called the Reform Party just had really huge success over there. They have four parties, I guess, four interesting parties. The two main parties, sort of like the Democrats, the Republicans, are called Labor and the Tories. I believe it's the Tories. So you got the Laborers and the Conservatives. So that's like the Democrats, the Republicans. Then you got the Green Party, which is like super liberal, and you have the Reform Party, and that's like super uh, conservative. They're kind of like the group that wants to kick everybody out of the country. Hey, you got to go. So what's really interesting is Reform, the super conservative group, just won a whole bunch of seats. So they just took a whole bunch of power in the UK, reflecting maybe a further shift to the right politically over there. Crazy that the king has a speech about checks and balances. Oh, yeah. He came over here and talked about that. Here's Mr. Carlos. He says, let's do the rest of that BTO3. All right, let's grab the rest of it. Might as well. Well, he was saying a lot of stuff, the king was. I think he gave a nice speech. All right, you ready? I heard pieces of it. It wasn't bad. Ready? Snippet one. Mister, can you keep a pack sealed for me? Yeah, I can do that. Snippet two. If you see that, I'm time. You're time? We have Father Time in our stream, guys. Did my website order go through? I bet you did. All right. Now, what do we got? Here goes. We've got, oh, signature belly button girl. Damn, dude. All right. We've got, I don't remember her name. Whoa. Now, these just sold out, but we have another type called BTO1, very similar to this one, called BTO1. You'll see it under other card sets. What is this called? It's called Nivel Arena. So this is Nikkei Nivel Arena BTO1. BT3 is now sold out. We just sold the last box. This pleases me. All right. Just some regular reverses here. Here's a reverse. This chibi is kind of like that emoji, Mr. CC. The emoji, the boob emoji. All right. Same here. Waifu cards always sell. Yeah, I guess we've been selling waifu cards for a pretty long time. No slowdown. All right. Good. Mr. Carlos. Well, this box is going to get too full next. Let's grab these. Waiting for the guy food cards. Yeah? You want me to get some Playgirl cards? I bet you that franchise is gone too. You never even hear anyone referencing that ever. BTO1 Cinderella signature is great looking. All right. Here's Abra. Here's a Dragapult. I'm going to get some Leon Kennedy cards. Here's Clean Clang. We are. And Zapdos. I know I'm in trouble because Karis is like, man, Leon Kennedy's hot. And I look at myself, I say, ah, darn, I don't look like that guy. We are. Let's see. I gotta grow my hair out like bangs, apparently. I'm a degenerate too, says Six. I'm sorry. All right, we have a Miss Alexandra order. She's got a pretty big order, actually. She wants a spot in the Kingler and $100 towards Slab Away. Ooh, all right, so Slab Away. Miss Alexandra, this goes to 230. Boom. All right, that's been updated. You have a nice Venusaur, 230 remains. And the Kingler, where'd the Kingler go? So this is the lightning break. It's an expedition Kingler. And we have our first person in here. All right. Now be sure to type in TCC to get in that giveaway tonight, guys. It's about to go off. Well, there's some creepy ass music playing, man. I just got home, says Aovic. Nice. I'm trying to remember if there's any other interesting news. Oh yeah, there's a mayor running for office in Los Angeles, and he's a registered Republican, and he might win. Very interesting. All right, he's running up against the lady who was out of town when the Palisades fire hit. How crazy was that? All right. What was her name? Something Bass or something like that. I don't remember. We're going to go ahead and roll this. Here's Miss Alexandra. You made it in. Is it Karen Bass? I don't remember her name. Oof, it's going to be in the 90s in a couple days here. It was 80 today where I live, which is still not bad. Lone video game person is spot number 20. Landed on one. Whoa, look at this. This also landed on one. Snake Eyes. It's summer. Yeah, it's summer. In the summertime. Summertime, blah, 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 blah. Tyler, what's your name, Tyler? Playing in the summertime. Tyler's pretty happy about that. Crit fail. Tyler Forever. All right, we got it, Tyler. I never remember people's names or how they relate to like their YouTube names. Actually, that's not true. Eventually, I might memorize your name to your YouTube name, if I have to keep doing that. So like if you kept winning these, I would eventually remember your Tyler Ferbert. All right. Did you see all those X-Files clips resurfacing online? Oh, they predicted the rat virus. Yeah, what do you guys think of the Hente virus? I don't know about that Hente virus. All right. It's called the Hente virus. I heard it on the news. Ooh, Zapdos. That's a nice card. My name is Hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice to meet you, Hard. All right. My name's TCC. Here's number 033. Team Rocket Zapdos. Elder Millennial here. That was a millennial cringe joke there. All right. Boy, we could have so many new sound effects by now. If I had the sound effects thing still working. Virus means pokies. Yeah, weirdly enough, next time there's a big viral outbreak, I'm expecting to just sell more Pokemon cards. That's it. All right, popping this up here. Good. Well, it is 5:23. We've been live for 200 minutes. I think we had a nice, successful Saturday night stream after all. Thanks to all you fine people who came in here and had some fun and placed an order. You want to see me sort some cards for a minute? Let's sort some cards for a minute because I feel like I want to do this. I sent an order, says Gabriel. Oh, maybe it's still coming in. Hold on, wait a second. During a bull market is going to go Super Saiyan. You sent it in 40 minutes ago. Give me a second. Here's an Eddie Mendoza order for 0 minutes ago. He says, slab away, Haunter vending. Eddie Mendoza. Gabriel, tell me about the nature of your order. What are we doing? I might have missed it. Was it a PayPal order? It was PayPal? Okay. I'm a little sad, by the way. Nobody opened the new set. Nobody opened up the new Riftbound set. This one right here? Yeah, it's a cool card, man. Last spots in tops. Oh, we're not done, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're not done. We're opening that tops pack. We're definitely opening that. I want to see what's inside. Oh my gosh, the hunter's so cute. Yeah, he's a good one. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people ask about that hunter. Let me open some then. Open some. Oh, yeah. Okay. That sounds fine. So let me go over here and set this up. We're going to put you right here. It's going to say, yeah, we'll say May 26th. Maybe I should start putting the exact day. May 10, 26. Maybe you should work like this. May 10, 26, like this. No? May 10, 26, like this, maybe? Yeah, that actually works pretty well. So from now on, let's start putting the exact date that you put the card into Slab away, because I think that little detail can help us do research in the future if we ever need to look something up. Heriberto Mendoza. And he's taking a tag 8.5 Hunter, and that card costs 325, and it's going to go down to 305. All right, there you have it, all set up. So new change. When you do a slab away, what we'll actually do is put down the exact day that you purchased the card. Wow, maybe using that information, I can just calculate the exact day it should be over and put that there as well. So like maybe the way slab away should work is you should get an end date and a beginning date and an end date. I've never ran it that way because I've always just done it kind of off the cuff very quickly. Hold on, let me look it up. Give me 60 days from no, not 60 days. 6 months from today. That's all I have to say, don't I? 6 months from today. November 10th, 2026. So I could write this as, I could write this differently than I've been doing it the whole time. May 10 to November 10. 2026. Huh. I wonder if that's a better system. Do you guys like the idea of that, knowing the exact end date? The benefit of not having that, of course, is typically it means you get extra time to finish your slab away. All right. So I'm going to delete this, delete it. And let's go take care of Mr. Gabriel, because Gabriel says he sent 40 minutes ago and it never got taken care of. All right, we're going to, only one order, by the way, one failed. Weird. Give me some feedback, Tammy. Why do you think that that failed condition occurred? Because I see that happen to other people, and I'd like to give them like like advice on how to avoid that, so that the process is not too confusing. One thing about the website is I actually never use it as a buyer, so I don't know what the experience is about. All right, here it is, Gabriel Gallegos, 3 top spots. You got it, man. All right. It's me choosing the wrong card. Oh, like the wrong credit card, for example. I see. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The card trying to slip out there. All right, we'll set that there. And now, what do we have here? What are these? Yes, these are good. Okay. So we are ready. 1, 2, and 3. Ready? Good. Mr. Gabriel, how are you tonight? He's been waiting for this tops break to go off the whole time, everybody. So the tops break is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, we ought to put a pack there that's not Pokemon, that's also expensive. Like we could do like a Magic the Gathering collector booster pack of Lord of the Rings or something like that. Just something to give a little variety, you know? Because we do a lot of Pokemon, but it would be cool to see something else go too. We do Pokemon so dang much. That's never a problem. It's always a good product. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lord of the Rings would be cool. We are. All right, ready? What are some, give me some ideas, guys. What are some expensive packs on the menu that would be fun to host a break on that we don't typically host a break on? Ooh, maybe a Series 2 sticker. That'd be interesting. Merlin Series 2 sticker. Yeah, that would be cool. Final Fantasy. Oh, yeah, the big Final Fantasy pack. I know what you're talking about. Those are like $100. Although, that might be better as an actual pack break where one person gets the whole booster. Just keep it less complicated. All right, you ready? Give me a number. We must have some really expensive booster packs other than Pokemon, right? Maybe like a pack of One Piece. Maybe like well, we already got a box break on that. The boys cards would be cool. Do they have that? I would buy that. That'd be funny. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. Pack splits. Love them. Super cool. Naruto. We do have Tops Naruto. I should offer that as a gym break. When you used to do Tops Chrome breaks, they'd sell. Tops Chrome break of, ooh, look at that. Somebody's getting something good back there. It looks like, look at that red. We don't know what that is. Oh, it's this pack sticky as well. The last pack was sticky. Oh, what is it? Charmeleon at the back. Somebody's getting a Charmeleon. We're just going to peel that away, see how bad that is. Oh, that's not too bad. All right. It's not as bad as I thought it might be. So somebody's getting a Charmeleon, but it looks like it's not going to grade 10. But this pack's a little bit sticky. Yeah, the last one was sticky. Man, we had like 2 before this that weren't sticky at all. So let's peel these apart a little bit at a time. I don't want to rush it. How bad is it? Oh man, that's so annoying, dude. It's not perfect. So I was after the last pack was a little bit sticky. Let's keep these in perfect order, right? After the last pack was a little sticky, I thought one good idea. Wow, Charmander. This is a good pack other than the stickiness. Charmeleon. I had a thought that maybe I'll grab some of my spare Pokemon Tops cards and just hand them out as a bonus to anyone who jumped in here. So we're going to do that today. All right, there we go. So very nice. And I was looking for these before we started the pack break. Oh, they're all sleeved up too. That's nice. All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll split this like this. You'll get 2 cards. First, you'll get the card you were destined to get, and then you'll get a bonus. Oh, shoot, that's green deck. Oh, these are actually really rare and expensive. Oh, wait, here's some black deck. So green deck, I don't know if I can hand out green deck. Green deck's especially expensive. So we'll hand out some of this. We'll hand out some of this black deck, okay? You did Star Wars and Marvel before. Topps Chrome Star Wars and Topps Chrome Marvel. Oh, yeah, we did host some really expensive Topps Chrome Marvel. You know, I still think we have some of that. All right, Harry Kennison. So here's what we're doing because I'm such a nice guy. So for everyone who got a normal non-hollow, you're getting a bonus card. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1. But that's because I know that this is going to be kind of yucky, which is just part of the risk of opening these. Okay, so you agree to the risk, but I'm just a nice guy. I don't want you to get too hosed over on these. Some of these seem to be sticky, and some of them seem to not be sticky. But again, we're going to make sure you get a non-sticky card. Okay. All right. You got any other square cut cards in here, Hint? That's Yu-Gi-Oh. We'll just put this in the middle of your pack then. Let's put this right here. So we're handing out some free ones at my loss, my cost, but that's just to make sure you get something nice, okay? And what do we have here? We've got Gabriel Gallegos. So Gabriel, you will get this really sticky Rattata. But you know what? You're also going to get this cute little guy. Looks like it's Kakuna this time. It's not super good. All right, and then we've got Gabriel Gallegos. Okay, so there's another one of yours. You're going to pick up this Charmander. Yeah, he's a little bit sticky. That's too bad. But your bonus card on the side appears to be Raichu. That's actually pretty solid. And look at that. That's like really clean. Look how clean that one is. So you're going to get this clean card here. That's not so bad. Now, I know you got one more card in there somewhere, Mr. Gabriel. But I don't know if you're going to be next. Here, I'll keep you in the middle because I know you got a total of 3. You got more than anyone. Oh, look at that. Your next one's in line as well. Perfect. Okay. What were the odds of that happening? But I guess there are odds of that happening. Here's Charmeleon. And your bonus card is Golem. Okay, so there you go. You actually walk away with a total of 6 cards, and 3 of them are in really good condition, and then 3 of them are in sticky card condition. I didn't do this to the last round. That was also sticky, but I thought we should do that next time it happens. There it is. All right. Heavens knows I have a lot of these ungraded Topps cards ready to go. They're pretty valuable. You know, if any of those bonus ones you got, grade 10, they will sell for like $100. And that's not even an exaggeration. They're expensive in 10s. All right. Egg woes and rice. I don't know about that rice though. It's on that list. It's Fred. Here's Henry Kennison. All right, Mr. Henry, I kept your bag down here because I know you got another one. Oh, flip it over. That's not too bad. This one turned out better than the other one. Looks like you're going to get a bonus Vulpix. That's really good. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Tops 10s are so hard. Yeah, they're pretty hard. Now I believe you're done at this point because I think you just had 2. I don't think you had 3 like Mr. Gabriel did. So I think that leaves Sarah, right? No, look, there's 3 cards left. So there's got to be 3 people left. No, there's 2 spots left. Look. So I remember this now. Oh my God, the sun's coming up. I just heard a bird tweeting. All right, I got to stop, guys. No more orders after this. So in this round, in this booster pack, we got this curious thing going on where instead of 7 spots, there's actually 8. We're getting consistently 8 cards out of every pack. So Miss Sarah is already going to get a bonus card. Let's see how sticky this was. All right, so these are actually not as sticky at the back. The front ones were stickier. How's this one look? All right, this one's a little bit sticky. And then the Charmeleon's definitely got a little stickiness on him too, but he is nice, but unfortunately, he's not going to be a 10. So we're going to hand out, oh man, I would give you the Jigglypuff, man. I think it's too big of a cost for me because this came out of a booster pack that likely cost me a lot of money. I'm going to keep the Jigglypuff, but you are going to get 2 bonus cards, Miss Sarah, like I gave everybody else bonus cards, okay? So we're going to do that. These got to both be Sarah, right? Yeah, they are. All right, so Sarah got lucky on the Tops pack tonight. She had some tough luck in some of the other things, but she got some better luck in the Pokemon Tops packs. Actually, I know Sarah likes Growlithe. What else does Sarah like? Do I have a Growlithe in here? I'll give her a Growlithe if I can find it. There might be a Growlithe in here. Maybe not. There's ooh, I hear a bird right now. I gotta go, guys. That's my sign to skedaddle off to bed. I don't want to start waking up at 4 p.m. again. That's no good. All right, so she's gonna get Sandslash, and she's gonna get Poliwhirl. I just gave everyone a random one. I didn't choose or pick favorites for anybody. You just got what you got, kind of like it was coming out of a booster pack. But there it is, a total of 5 cards. She got a lot. She got a bonus card. She got the bonus 8th card in the pack. And then on top of the bonus 8th card, she got a total of 2 non-sticky tops cards for me. And then, of course, she got the Charmeleon. There goes. All right. So that was me giving up a total of 7 free cards, I think, so that people could get some good stuff. I care about that stuff. I really do. Now, let's try a non-Pokemon break. Really. I'd like to try this guy right over here. We don't even have this on the menu anymore. All right. I'm pretty sure it's not on the menu. So no more orders, guys. What time is it? It's 5:40. Oh yeah, we got to go, man. All right, Mister. What is the most you spent on one meal? I don't know, like 150 or something like that, maybe more. This is Marvel Topps Chrome. It's too big. All right, that's okay. We'll just kind of slide it in there. Still make it work. All right. So you guys can jump into this ahead of time since you have the secret information that we are hosting this break. And it's going to be $15, 6 out of 6. It's a pretty short one. Probably go off pretty fast. All right, let me just look. What's the situation here? We've got a Carlos order for 2 Riftbound Unleashed. And you ordered this when? You ordered this 15 minutes ago. And then over here we got a I might have to just stop and do this tomorrow, guys, because I don't want to do a thing where it's every day we go a little bit deeper. So Miss Tammy says 10 Unleashed, 5 Spirit Forged, and 2 Ascended Heroes. And how long did she wait? So she waited longer. Okay, so your order is actually next, Miss Tammy. I think I might service the Tammy one and then call it quits, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I know I stayed up a little extra. We're actually supposed to, did you know this? We're supposed to wrap up by 5 a.m., but I stayed up like 40 minutes extra. But I'm supposed to go to bed at 5. And now I'm going to bed at 6. And then after that, it's going to be going to bed at 7. Then I'll be going to bed at 8. We don't want to do this again. I don't want my sleep schedule to shift over into 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. We had that already, and it was no good. So we don't want to do that twice. All right, what do we got? Actually, I remember what reset it all. Do you guys remember what reset it all, the sleep schedule and all that? It was our trips to the hospital for Karis's fertility treatments. And those drives would start at like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. and last until 11 or something. We got we got Void Reaver. That's gonna hit us again real hard pretty soon. These overnight streams, they don't match up with the they don't match up with those drives. Here's Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix? It's probably Kha'Zix. Here's this is the brand new set, Unleashed. We have a lot of it. Scorn of the Moon. Tammy Scorn. No! We got Gloomist. She's my favorite. Here, is there like a sexiest character from League of Legends? Deceiver. Whoa. All right, you got Deceiver, Legend card. I got a Paldean booster bundle for a good price. Nice. Undying Legion. Here's Lilia. She's okay. I give her a 6. Here's Conscription. Spell Conscription. And come on, Tammy. Oh, you got Poppy. Uh-huh. More like Stoppy. Whoa. Awesomeness. And it's Poopers. You got Poppy. And Baron Nashor. Blood Harbor Ripper. So you got Poppy and Baron. Ooh. I don't know if either of those are very good. You got 5 of the Spirit Forged as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at this Tammy order. We got serious Tammy business going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 5. Good. All right. Here's Soraka. Soraka and Ornn. Here's Rek'Sai Breachers. All right. We've got Emperor of the Sands. Uh-huh. And Battle Mistress. Uh-huh. All right. I don't think anything crazy popped up yet out of that set. So the Spirit Forged box might be getting a little hotter there. Battle Mistress. Emperor of the Sands. There you go, Miss Tammy. We also need to get you 2 Ascended. Wow. It's crazy how sometimes we'll have like really slow moments in the stream. And then without fail, we are almost always behind schedule right at the end of the stream. There'll be like these 3 big orders will come in. Here it is. You like the Black Betty song? Whoa, tempt me low. Whoa, tempt me low. What are the actual lyrics to Black Betty? It's something like Black Betty had a child, damn thing went wild, or something like that. Whoa, tempt me low. Whoa, tempt me low. That Tammy had a child, damn thing's gone wild. Tossing this over here. Here's Fezandipity and King Gambit. All right, only 6 is allowed to get good hits out of the Ascended Heroes, apparently. She pulled a Gengar MA tonight, but not the SAR. We're still looking for the SAR. Whoa, Tammy low. There's that Charmander. What is this, like a whole bag of hollows? I got some more hollows for you, Tammy. All right. Here's some Tammy Lou cards. So, Tammy, in conclusion, we got Baron Nashor, and Poppy. Nothing that screams super duper expensive popped out yet. You off for tomorrow? So I'm supposed to be off on Sundays. My doctor has told me, I just saw her like 1 day ago. She literally told me I'm going to have a heart attack if I don't take more time off and relax and exercise and just do like normal human things. And so I guess I'm supposed to do that. Jack Gray says a Pokey Shuffle and a SpongeBob. No, wait. There was an order before that, right? Carlos Chaveras, 2 of these unleashed. All right, let's just see what they were, okay? Carlos Chaveras. I think she's being dramatic. Nah, she's definitely not. It is. She asks me about my lifestyle, and she says I have a very poor lifestyle. And then she's doing like a whole blood work on me in 2 months. And she told me I have to work less and I have to go outside and I have to, she wants me to lose weight, obviously. Here's Shadow. Ooh. But she knows I have a family history of heart problem. So my dad had heart surgery. So she knows that. And she says if that's true, that I'm probably next. She's kind of right. I mean, I look like my dad did. My dad was always kind of out of shape. He had a desk job. We are. Well, pack splits are available. All right. So she tells me, we got to control your cholesterol, we got to control your weight, we got to control your blood pressure. And my blood pressure was a little elevated. And then I'm a little I'm kind of fat. And then I bet you the cholesterol reading's going to be bad. You know why I know the cholesterol reading's going to be bad? Because like the last time they checked it, it was bad. So if I haven't lost any weight, why would it have changed? All right, and then here's Jack Gray, 1 Pokey Shuffle, 1 SpongeBob Chrome. Ready? Very good. All right, 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's time to lock in and get real crazy about losing weight again. That's stressful though, man. I'll have to tell Karis, like, hey, we're not going to hang out. I'm going to do this thing, really hardcore thing. I'm going to start getting a lot of workout time in. All right, here goes Jack Gray. We have 1 person in this right now. This guy just started, but we're done taking orders. This is the last order right here for Jack Gray. Jack, I decided to take care of this rather than going to bed. Let's get it. Was listening to Morrissey on the radio. His lyrics are so depressing. Morrissey? I don't know who that is. Here's Lenny. I was listening to Radiohead's Pyramid song again. Man, that song is so good. He made that in 2001. Pyramid. The Bikini Bottom Triangle. Okay, so we got Bikini Bottom Mall, Bikini Bottom Triangle, Sponge Gar. That's the episode where they see rhinoceros. Sponge Gar is great. So this is a refractor, and this is when they discover fire. I think you're still at the age where a calorie deficit would be fine to lose weight. No working out necessary. Nah, she wants me working out too. We are. She wants me working out. She wants me going outside. She's like, how much sunlight do you get? And I tell her, I'm like, almost none. She's like, ooh. she's like, realistically, how many hours do you spend outside? I go, maybe 2 hours. She goes, oh my gosh. She like can't believe me. She's like, you really spend all day inside working? I go, uh-huh. But she's known that because that's what I've done every time we check in. She's like, okay, so you haven't changed any of your behaviors. I did actually for a while. We did 6 days a week for a little while. Remember that? I was skipping Sundays, and now I'm back on working on Sundays, and it's weird because I like it better. I like it better that way. I don't know. I don't know what to say because it's like when I don't do the Sunday night stream, you know what I do? I just kind of twiddle my thumbs. I don't work out. I don't go playing in the sunlight. I just sell fewer cards and host 1 less stream. So there's like some fundamental problem with like my lifestyle or something. I guess I need something in my lifestyle that's more exciting. I can't even think like I don't know. Maybe I'm just not supposed to do this much. Maybe it's like a card addiction. Maybe I am addicted to cards. I mean, I don't ever view that as a bad thing though. I just view it as part of what I enjoy. It's confusing. Sounds a little like a vampire. Yeah. Sometimes I get sunlight. Um, not very much. All right. Just get a UV lamp. Mister becomes super tanned. Maybe. Actually, yeah, maybe. If it has a similar effect as sunlight. Pyramid's amazing. I think you're still at the age. What packs are split available? Yeah. So, anyways, it's stuff for me to think about. I don't like to think about it. You know what I like to do? I like to go back to work. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to rush off to bed because look, the sun's coming up. That's not good. All right. I got to go to bed. See you later, guys. Thank you, everyone.